touching that thing. Still on the board. Yeah.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to the stream. We are live with the T5S2 pod #1 finals for season 9. 9 seasons in, and we are finally getting to our first set of finals games for the first round of pods in this season. I couldn't be more excited about this matchup. Thanks everyone for coming and hanging out with me over in the chat.
To tell me when you're passing
over here.
Please do me a decent courtesy of telling.
We have the current T5S2 season champion online right now. Rentar over here in the blue playing her Adepta Sororitas after her big T5S2 season 8 championship grand finals win. In fact, I still have the season 8 invitational objective markers loaded into my map base here. I gotta fix that. But I think it's appropriate because we still get to be celebrating Ash's big win through 6 games of Warhammer 40k in the top 16 of Season 8. Absolutely huge. Rocking the Adepta Sororitas Bringers of Flame all the way through to that finals game and beating Sergeant Crusader for that finals win against Thousand Suns. What's up, everybody in chat? We do have a prediction up, by the way, for those who are interested. Also, lists are in the video description, and we're going to be talking about them momentarily here. Let me set my oh, my chat's okay. My chat's on the screen. Woo! All right. Yeah, Eldari are going to be on the table today. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting game. We definitely have a unique composition for this Eldari list. Let's talk real quick about Ash's Adepta Sororitas. She is sticking with Bringers of Flame, so she's going to be retaining that advance and shoot detachment ability alongside that +1 strength in close range. But we do have a little bit of an alternative inclusion here. We have none other than the big man himself, 40k's probably, I was going to say best ally unit, but it might be second best after that 12-inch charging Eversor, or Calexis Assassin from the Grand Finals game. If you haven't watched that, it is available on YouTube on my standard YouTube channel, youtube.com/tacticaltortoise. Please go check that out. And yeah, Canis Rex, he probably pales in comparison to that Calexis Assassin, who's kind of nutty. We are rocking today a Dialogus. Interesting to see if the Dialogus is attached into a unit. Looks like she is going to be all by herself. The Ash really likes to include these Dialogi if she has additional options available in her list, because they're an extremely efficient character option. For 30 points, you get a little character with a 4+ invulnerable save. You can Miracle Dice those saving throws, so they're not the easiest thing in the world to kill. You don't necessarily have to be burning 6s as you would for some other characters in order to get those past saves. So the Dialogus can act as a little bit of a kind of an aggressive character. You can put them in strategic reserve. You can use them to embark into transports. I think that's what we're doing here. Actually, we have it in an Immolator, is what it looks like. And you can use them to perform actions. When they die, they're going to give you some miracle dice as well. And occasionally we do see her, at least in armies rocking Hallowed Martyrs, we do see that Saintly example upgrade as well. So these guys will generate additional miracle dice. That's obviously not the case today because we're in Bringers of Flame. But that is some of the technology that we like to use. We have a Palatine with Righteous Rage. So the ability to discard miracle dice for those additional attacks. Morven Vault, St. Celestine, and the Triumph of St. Catherine, the triumvirate of characters that make Adepta Sororitas so great, alongside that Canis Rex in there. It looks like we're basically using Canis Rex to take the place of the Castigators that we typically see inside Adepta Sororitas lists. I'm a little interested. I don't know if the Immolators Ignore Cover Aura is faction locked. Sometimes they are, and sometimes they just simply remove the benefit of cover from a target that you choose. It looks like, yeah, it's just until the end of the phase the enemy doesn't have the benefit of cover. So it looks to me like you can actually use Immolators to buff up Canis Rex attacks. I think the Castigators themselves are faction locked with their +1 EP bonus.
Battery,
I'm gonna double check that though. I'm gonna check my
Sure, what's up?
check myself here. Yeah, an Adepta Sororitas unit gains a +1 AP. Yeah, so
Paragon.
Canis Rex doesn't benefit from the Castigators if you were to take them, but he does benefit from Immolators, which is interesting. His weapon, is the focused shot from the Las Impulsor, does only come in at AP3. So oftentimes against high save enemies, it can be blanked by cover, especially if you're looking into a 2+ save or something. So combining that with the Immolators actually makes his output fairly reliable. It's 4 damage as well, so if you are ignoring cover, he's putting Paragon Warsuits on their invulnerable save, even through Armor of Contempt. So he's actually really good at killing other Sisters players. And at Strength 14, he wins on 2s as well. Yeah, that's actually kind of an anti-Sisters technology there. Canis Rex, what a Chad you are. But no Castigators in the list is definitely going to make things really interesting for Ash. She's also rocking a trio of Arcoflatulence as utility, a big Seraphim squad for Celestine to jump into, as we've seen in the past, a Sister Novitiate squad that's split between a infiltrating unit to block off some of the real estate in the center here, and potentially generate some Miracle Dice with the Simulacrum, as well as double Immolators, as we said, and interestingly, 2 units of Paragon Warsuits. Now, I know that the double Paragons were technology that was used kind of at the beginning of the season, but I think a lot of players have moved away from them. I think people have started to not only actually secure their Castigators, actually purchase Castigators, but also have been relying on the Castigator technology a little bit more often. But these Paragon Warsuits are still pretty good without Morven Vol attached. They're still relatively expensive, 210 points for the unit, but with the additional strength and additional movement from the Bringers of the Flame detachment, they're still very fast, and they get that +1 to hit and wound against monsters and vehicles all the time. So they're shooting Strength 10 multi-meltas with +1 to wound, which means they are going to be wounding most vehicle targets on 3s, which is good enough to represent a serious threat without having to commit Morven Vol. And oftentimes what you can do is you can use the Paragon Warsuit unit to trade for a particularly dangerous enemy that's being aggressive, and then follow up with Morven's unit and kind of use them as the late game anchor without having to commit them early to kill something that you might otherwise need to. 30-second rant. Why don't more armies have baby carriers like the Grey Knights? Yeah, here's the thing, chat. So, all right. Let me go. Let me rip. So there's a vehicle type in Warhammer 40,000 which I think is so cool, and I wish got used more often, and it doesn't. And that is the Warsuit. And actually we're looking at them quite a bit here. It's an entire archetype of vehicles in the canon of 40K, which is basically a human engineered battlesuit. It's this like specific archetype of unit that has the pilot at the front, and the pilot is like physically controlling this big suit of armor. It basically a combination of a dreadnought and a like more classic vehicle. And I think it's severely underused. Now, I think most of the time their designs are super silly, but a lot of times they do get them right. I think Paragon Warsuits are right on the cusp. It's a little silly that the pilot's head's just hanging out there. Like, what's up with that? But on the flip side, I do like that they have this like haptic feedback control mechanism that they use to manipulate the suit. I love shit like that, and I wish they did more of it. The Invictor Warsuit is another instance of that. So in 9th edition, we went through this whole phase, this whole cycle of Warsuit units, and then basically dropped it like a rock and forgot we were doing it, and never saw it again. And the Nemesis Dread Knight is called a Dread Knight, but it is the first instance of what we would now call a Warsuit. And the fact that we've never reinterpreted or come back to that design, that aesthetic, is a travesty. So I think that it's absolutely trash that we don't have more baby carriers. I think if you look at other games that use this sort of design, it's real like Avatar. Like OG, whatever, James Cameron's Avatar from like 2012 or whatever, whenever that movie came out, where they have the amp suits that the guys like lock into, and they have this sort of hand control mechanism, and it's cool, and I wish they did more of it, and they don't, and that makes me mad. All right, I think that was longer than 30 seconds. I feel like it was longer than 30 seconds, but I hope that was appropriate. But it's good on a table where we're looking at 7 Paragon warsuits on the table. I could see a nice little redesign of the Nemesis Dread Knight. I think would be cool. That would be. Let's hope here, chat, that we see in the new Grey Knights Codex, we see a resculpt of the Nemesis Dread Knight. I think Grey Knights are in need of a lot of resculpts. I think the Nemesis Dread Knight is the worst one because the idea of the model has legs, literally like 4 legs, because there's a dude and then also the robot. Oh, we're going to go first here. It looks like Deimos over here, who I have not talked about, is going to be rolling a 6.
6.
Well,
Please don't hit start immediately because they're. We need to do like the setup. Okay. Okay, I gotta ask you to your scouts because I don't.
I've got no scouts. I'm gonna roll my special dice.
Okay.
I'm just gonna retain some here.
Yep. Tough. 20 Philippines, and then.
Yeah, interesting to see this list without Dominions, Chan. They're basically the second Paragon unit has taken the spot of the Dominions in the Adepta Sororitas list.
Or generic, get a 4. The other ones are 4-ups. Yep. Okay. Then we go to draw and draw.
So that's Sororitas on first turn. Call the Horde. Immediately getting
second cycle.
rid of defense strongholds. Just endless secondaries that shuffle back into the deck. But yeah, I think we could see I think there's a room for a Nemesis Dread Knight resculpt that looks fucking rad, and that's what I would love to see because the model right now is kind of sucks, to be honest. It's not good. It's not good. Alien did it first. I mean, like, it depends on how far back you go, right? Because it's essentially like the Starship Troopers design. If you want to go far enough back, it's probably a Starship Troopers thing, right? From like the early 50s, I want to say, because that was exactly the same design that their big power suits, their exosuits had in Starship Troopers, and they described like the same control mechanism. Which was cool. I don't know. That book is kind of sucks, but it was a very seminal work for a lot of science fiction moving on to the future. If you've never actually read Starship Troopers, chat, that book is not good. It's really bad. Oh, man. A harpy being baby carried by a Harridan. A harpy piloting a Harridan. That's what we got to see. The Harpy Dan. That's the next Tyranid release that we're seeing in 11th edition.
Reactive move?
The 10th edition Tyranid Codex re-release. Please, God, rewrite that Codex.
Let's reactive move to strangers.
All right, let's move on to talk about Deimos' list over here. So Deimos in the red over playing Eldar. This list is awesome. So it's been a little while since we've seen Eldar in the finals table. Obviously, they do appear occasionally, but since they got absolutely nuked from orbit over and over and over again since the beginning of the edition, which, to be fair, was totally deserved, the faction was unreasonably overpowered. Things are going to be... things have been a little quiet from them, but we have been seeing these Ynnari builds slowly but surely work their way back up. And Eldar now in Pariah Nexus actually look fairly reasonable as a faction, either in these Ynnari builds or in sort of an MSU style of Craft World Eldar build that focuses on aspect warriors. Have been the two builds that have really come out from this army. We're rocking Yvraine as the Warlord, so we don't have an Autarch Wayleaper as we would normally expect from Eldar, but what Yvraine does is she unlocks the ability to take Ynnari allies, so essentially Drukhari that you can take up to 50% of your list in that get added to the detachment. Because Drukhari have the Eldari keyword, they get most of the benefits from the Battle Host detachment, which is it's very divergent from essentially all other allies elsewhere in the game. They get almost, I don't want to say all of, but they get almost all of the...
36. Flame you, but whatever.
Almost all of the benefits that a regular Craft World unit would. In the...
Sorry?
In the detachment.
Warp site unlocked?
No, line of sight and what? My mantra?
And range. No, for like I don't have the flamer. I have the heavy bolter and range of this guy.
Oh,
And I
shit.
line of sight on him.
Okay.
Okay, let's...
Get one heavy bolter shot into a Mandrake squad. What a time to be alive. Ash is going to be pushing super aggressively this turn. Hot damn. Just
Those
going.
dudes.
Just going for it right now. Hoping to overload these
Not.
Eldar lines and get some good hits on their more powerful ranged brick sitting in the back so that the Paragon Warsuits can kind of clean up. So she is also running a Death Jester with Fate's Messenger. Fate's Messenger changed to now only work for the bearer of the enhancement. It used to allow you to auto 6 a roll for anyone in the bearer's unit. So that works particularly well in the Death Jester. He can choose to give himself sustain 3 on his Shrieker Cannon. He also has devastating wounds. So you have both a hit roll and a wound roll outlet for that Fate's Messenger. I was surprised because when that change came down, I said, oh, okay, well, we're going to move Fate's Messenger from the Spirit Seer or from another attached character and probably bring it onto a Death Jester because he works so well with it, and it was actually a while before people went back to that Death Jester technology, but that character does absolutely ludicrous damage, and as a very defensive lone operative with a relatively long range cannon, he's shooting 24 inches with that thing, and when you can only attack him within 12 inches, that's a pretty far distance. Not to mention the fact that he can fire and fade, and he can phantasm as well, so he's very difficult to get to grips with. We also have Drazar in the army. Interestingly, Yvrain is not is able to take epic heroes in Ynnari. I don't know if there's a fluff justification for that. I don't think Drazar is a Ynnari like Phoenix Lord, but there it is. That's fine. We also have a unit of 10 Storm Guardians. It looks like Yvrain is attached to them. She does make them significantly harder to kill with Feel No Pain and the ability to regenerate bodyguards back to the unit. We have an Incubi squad, 5 Incubi that I imagine Drazar is attached to. It looks like that is what we got going on. These are cool Incubi models, by the way. Look at these photo scans. These are very nice. It's somebody's custom color scheme. I have to say, I think Drukhari might be might be a faction where a well-executed color scheme looks like so good. I think Drukhari painted well are one of the most gorgeous armies in 40k. I always wanted to do a Drukhari army with with a silver plate armor and then red markings, so you could get like a lot of blood effects and you could do a lot of like glowing red. I think would be really cool. But I think they would take a nicely highlighted metallic silver really well. We also have 3 units of Mandrakes that we see taking up the back here. They have an uppy-downy built in, so they're just going to be jumping into Deep Strike at the end of Ash's turn here. No reason to put them too far forward because they do have infiltrators, but they were screened out by the Sister Novitiates here. So if you put them too far up the table and Ash goes first, you're just giving her free Mandrakes to kill, whereas you don't necessarily need to do that. Although what they will do is they'll force Ash to screen out her backline pretty aggressively, so she may need to run these Arcoflagellants back, whereas otherwise they can be a pretty dangerous unit against a lot of these small Eldar units. And so forcing them to sit in the back there is just going to be a value removed from her. And I don't think she's going to be running the Triumph of St. Catherine back too far. We've also got 3 units of Rangers, 3 units of Scourges. Those are all equipped with Dark Lances. Sometimes we see Haywire Cannons on those guys, and I'm sure that Deimos was wishing he had Haywire Cannons. They are a little bit less consistent without access to empowerment from the Power from Pain army ability, because they do only hit on 4s. But each of the Scourge units is going to be getting that Battle Host reroll, so they have a little bit of additional. They have a little bit of help from the.
That squad
from the detachment ability. Obviously, it's not going to be quite the same as full hit rerolls, and it's much more efficient on the Dark Lances since you're rerolling. You have a lower attack volume, but higher impact for attack, so getting those rerolls is a little bit better, but obviously still going to be useful. And then we've got 3 units of Shadow Spectres as well. Looks like we're keeping those guys in reserve. They have their built-in shoot and scoot, so they're very good as utility units and grabbing maneuver secondaries. They can drop in, shoot, and then move themselves 6 inches to get into table quarters or behind enemy lines or flip objectives. We then have 3 units of Striking Scorpions. Looks like they're taking up positions in the center of the table here. We have a lot of Striking Scorpions that can potentially counterpunch this really aggressive push from Ash. Alongside 3 units of Reavers as well. The Reavers are super efficient.
Yeah, so excuse my science go. It's a 4.
Reactive move from the ranger unit here, and I wonder if we're going to see a phantasm from the storm guardian unit to keep it safe from the flamers, because it looks like Ash only has a very, very tight line to those storm guardians, and if Deimos is able to scoot them out of that line of sight, that's going to be a huge deal. May end up having to move them into line of sight of another unit, but even a low roll on that phantasm will probably save the unit from at least one or two.
The other one.
We'll see how things go. We've also then got, so those 3 units of Reavers are really efficient in this detachment. They're really focusing on that one heat lance shot, so they have a assault melta weapon, and with that battle host reroll, it's essentially getting full rerolls on that shot, plus the Reavers are extremely fast and good at utility themselves. Really, really, really a good inclusion in Ynnari lists, plus a single Viper to remove cover from enemies as well. Really cool list. Just a huge volume of units. Triple Reavers, triple Mandrakes, triple Scorpions, triple Shadow Specters, triple Scourges, triple Rangers. You're throwing like 18 or 20 units down on the table and asking your opponent to deal with them. And in true Eldari fashion, if any of these, if these units sort of combine their firepower onto a single target, it doesn't look like you're going to be in great danger. But the fact that you have such a volume of attacks and you have so many rerolls from that battle host, plus fate dice on the Craft World units, it doesn't work on the Drukhari units, you can get a lot more damage out of these things than otherwise you would normally expect.
Feel no pains. You can check them here, the 2 that are raised.
Okay.
The Starship Troopers movie was made as a parody, but the book was actually trying to sell the propaganda. 100%, yeah. It's funny, with Helldivers coming out, we got that whole rash earlier this year of like reinterpretations of the Starship Troopers movie, and there were people who were taking it at face value. Like, guys, this movie is total Nazi propaganda. It loves fascism. It's like, did you watch the movie? It's the dorkiest parody I've ever seen in my life. Phenomenal movie, though. It's super fun. The follow-ups, less good, but the Starship Troopers itself, I think it's a really excellent example of a parody. It's very over the top and very silly, but also it's like enjoyable just as a movie to watch. So I think it works on multiple levels. It's a good way to sort of sell the idea here. We're not phantasming. Do we have the CP to phantasm?
Canis is going to do cleanse because he can cleanse and shoot. Gonna shoot.
I guess maybe we're not that worried about Storm Guardians going down, but these Hand Flamers are going to do an absolute number of
gun and his other one.
Looks like taking some shots into these striking Scorpions over here. Those Scorpions are going to be dangerous to Ash if she lets them live. Although the Overwatch here is going to be pretty dangerous depending on what ends up moving, but it is going to be a little overloaded. If she can't do too much damage in the shooting phase here, she can only overwatch one thing, and Eldar have units to spare right now, so they can give something away for a CP. And if Eldar end up with CP
one hit
with more command points than their opponent, things get very weird.
CP 0.
Feels not.
Okay.
We are on Scorched Earth, by the way, chats today. So players can score up to 10 points for holding objective markers, and you can score additional points for destroying the objective markers by performing a full round action on them. That's going to potentially benefit Deimos. If he can survive until the final turn, he has the opportunity to get Scorched Earth scoring on the bottom of 5. That's the big benefit. The big update that they did to the mission. It both scores your victory points and destroys objectives at the end of the game. So you can, if you're holding enough objectives and you can get to your opponent's home objective, which he has a lot of reserves and a lot of mobile units that can potentially get there if the game goes long enough, he can score up to 25 points in the final turn if he holds 2 objectives and destroys his opponent's home objective. Or up to 20 points, excuse me, up to 20 points. It's only 10 for destroying the objective. So you can come back in a big way if you are if you have the opportunity to perform those actions at the end of game.
The death one has to wait. There's more damage coming in.
Oh, not too many folks putting
Because there's multi-damage. So hits. Wounds.
predictions up here, chat. 98% for Adepta Sororitas, but only 2 people voted.
Okay.
That's too bad. Well,
Kill.
if Eldar win,
Yep.
y'all are in for a
Kills
treat.
that guy, and then
That one
4
person who
pistol
put 10 points on
shots.
Eldar.
3 hits.
Join too late.
2 wounds.
Yep.
Only yourself to blame then.
Yep.
Gotta get in
There we go.
early.
Regular flamers is 12. Ending on 5s, I think. 2 saves and 2 death.
Saved.
Right?
You can, blaming the players for not having tactical marines is
not.
totally fair, though, for sure. We got to revisit the tactical marine spam, I think, at some point. Now that they're extremely cheap, I think tactical marine spam could actually be like legit. A little bit of damage going down to this Viper. Didn't kill it, though.
We will do that.
That was the shot? That was the shot from the Seraphim? We killed
All right.
a striking Scorpion squad and did 4 damage to a Viper? That's not very good. Obviously, what they are going to be doing here is going to be threatening enormous amounts of Deep Strike. Or enormous amounts of Overwatch, obviously. Basically, anything that moves in here can just be peeled out by the shooting. But these Storm Guardians
Do you have any bonuses for me being
are probably just going to hang out. Yvrain is actually a absolutely destructive force in these matchups against infantry. She has this anti-infantry 2 devastating weapon, a psychic weapon. So she's firing D6 plus 3, 2+2+ auto kills. So she's good for probably 5 or 6 sisters by herself out of that Seraphim unit. You also get a little bit of shooting from the Rangers, from the Storm Guardians, depending on what the Reavers want to do. You can get some mortal wounds from them as well, and potentially the Mandrakes, if they just pop over here, can apply some devastating to that unit as well. So that's going to be potentially a lot of damage coming into St. Celestine's unit. Although one thing that Ash is banking on is the fact that she can potentially respawn Celestine unless Yvrain wants to get stuck in melee. If the Eldar do kill Celestine in the shooting phase, Yvrain has a okay chance of killing Celestine, but it's not great. And then Celestine can potentially swing back and clip out the character and potentially go deeper into the Eldar army.
7 saves on your striking Scorpions, AP1 ignoring cover.
Yeah, I'll take first on the Exarch. So Exarch's dead and 3 guys dead.
Alright. Volta. 2 hits.
There's Immolation Flamers from the Immolator. Not saying Multi-Melt is in them today, but I guess with 2 units of Paragon Warsuits and Canis Rex in the list, we don't really need the extra anti-tank. In this particular one, we're just looking to clear infantry, which is actually very, very good for Ash, definitely.
Guess we go to charges.
And that is Immolator 2, so that has the Palatine and a unit of Sister Novitiates in it. So if those Dark Lances do end up killing the Immolator, and to be fair, it is a little unlikely, you can smoke screen that model and potentially Armor of Contempt it, or just plug in some 6s on your Miracle Pool. Although Ash's Miracle Pool is only holding a 4 right now. You can potentially blank that damage, but once that comes out, the Palatine and the Sister Novitiates are actually kind of a huge destructive force. That Palatine hits like an absolute ton of bricks with that melee enhancement.
No. I'm just gonna shoot them. It's good. Sorry. Shoot them. Not discarding Miracle, so I'm just shooting flank, plane. Meltas into the Rangers.
Minus 1
Pause. All in 2s. Rolling. 5 saves.
Kill stream.
Morven's gun. Rolling. 5 hits. 5 wounds.
Yeah, kills him.
Alright. Okay. Is everybody shot? Everybody shot who has something to shoot. Yes. Alright, charges is just gonna be these novitiates over here. To these rangers. Seven. Get in. Yeah.
Chad, I'm looking through events for this weekend, prepping for the Best Armies video. Show Me Showdown was canceled this weekend. That's crazy. It's always been a really big one. That's wild. Salt Lake City, though. Salt Lake Open. Big event.
Okay. Would you like the heroic?
+1 in China.
Hmm.
GT Plus event in China. That's
It's not really possible. No.
Okay. That's my only charge. And illegal charges to declare. The balance. Maybe. Oh. She's gonna go there. She's gonna get into coherency, and the other two are just screwed up. Yeah, I'm gonna have 3 swings into your ranges. 2 of these strengths. These are winning on 3s, and this one's winning on a 4. 1 save. AP0. This one has 2. This one has strength 4. This one has strength 3. That's the difference.
Okay. So just 2 saves. Was it?
1 save.
1 save. Saved.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not piling in or anything. You can do something with your ranges.
Okay.
To you.
Huh.
You could tag the Seraphim, but I assure you the Seraphim are gonna will kill every single one of those ranges.
Let's see what. So we will not do that.
Oh, sorry, forgot consolidate the bank. I just want to
There.
get it cleaned up.
Just
I don't think there's any drama or anything, Chad. I think that the event was just
course.
had low attendance. It looks like they were expecting sort of major level signups, and it got like 25 people, and a couple of them dropped. So it's probably not worth running a big event and sort of putting the time and money into the space if you're only running it for 20 people. If you're running even like maybe a small GT.
Yep, it's like it. Oh no, I get 4. I didn't realize these were above the line. Well, okay. And 1 for cleanse. I'm just going to pitch cleanse before I score it, because scoring happened after everything else. And scoring 4 points.
Okay.
Interesting strategy that Ash uses is she always holds up 2 CP, so she has access to rerolls or to like Smokescreen or Overwatch, and also Armor of Contempt,
So
which is I think definitely helps keep the army quite a bit safer than it would normally. So she's really trying to present a threat overload here. The real question for Deimos is what he's going to have access to. He has to deal with this immolator full of melee models right now. That seems like the most pressing issue, but if he does that, he's not really going to have anything to deal with the Paragons, who can probably access these ruins.
Sure.
My co-commentators here, too.
This immolator, and the Triumph.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know when that was announced, to be fair. I'm just looking at the event listing right now.
Let me see.
It would be unfortunate if it was sort of a late announcement, but I have a sneaking suspicion that this was known beforehand.
Okay.
This is the Show Me Showdown chat we were just talking about, which has been kind of a staple of the scene for a really long time. I remember back in the day when I first started, everyone was talking about Show Me Showdown. That was a big one.
Okay, I'm gonna move this guy as well. The objective becomes sticky at the beginning. Was a turn. Then I'm gonna move Overwatch is scary, but it's okay.
This is from the Pariah Companion, yeah.
Corner.
All the T5S2 maps are off of the
It's gonna be a straight
Pariah layout diagrams. Balake344, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you.
That's gonna be 2 mortal wounds. And Seraphim, and they have a field
Could
goal?
I? Yeah,
Alright,
within the
because
aura.
It is layout 6, yeah.
wish to Overwatch.
Oh, sorry. This Gemini did not. She did not move. She was out of quick range. I don't.
Okay.
If not, like that's not a legal move. I just left her behind because she kind of blended into the bone.
Alright, do you wish to Overwatch now?
No.
No. Understandable, this one dies last, so I will charge you either way. Let's just see here and there. Viper.
Yeah, thanks, Chance. All the maps are available over in the Discord server right now.
He's emulator.
We have to do updates. I'll post them onto the TTS 40K website
Scorpio.
in the near future. But I have to do updates to the ruins now that they've changed in the August update.
Do you wish to
No.
Overwatch? No. Great. We're just gonna move Scourges outside.
I do make the maps myself, yeah. The assets are, most of the assets, I should say, are taken from the Steam Workshop. So I don't create most of them myself, personally, but I do manipulate them a lot.
Chester will remain where he is, because otherwise he gets burned. Rangers. And again, he gets there. Ultron. I want to do some 3 versus will advance.
The moment before they move, I'm gonna spend the CP and watch them.
Okay.
That's all the Seraphim plus the Seraphim Superior and Celestine. That's as in all meaning the Flamers. The only ones that are relevant. So Overcharge Plasma does not hit. Does she kill herself? No. Alright. Flamers, your T4?
Yes.
Okay. So that was 28. So we are winning on 3s. AP0. 17 saves.
They're dead.
Okay.
Where's the Overwatch done? Did cook a Reaver unit for a CP. Asha, a lot of times what you have to do against these Eldar lists is just reduce their unit count. I think Ash is totally fine with that trade. If she can trade the Seraphim squad for 3 or 4 enemy units, that's probably just fine for her.
What's it going for here? These scoopers involved.
It does mean that the rest of the army can move kind of without fear, though, which is going to be pretty useful for the Eldar. Big question remains what Deimos wants to do with some of these heavier guns. It looks like we're committing the Dark Lances over in the top left into the Immolator. We have Striking Scorpions there to counterpunch the stuff that disembarks. They're going to be battle shocked if the Immolator does end up being destroyed, so no access to Armor of Contempt, and the Striking Scorpions have a pretty good chance of picking them up. They might have to deal with the Palatine, but we'll see. The Death Jester is going to be an interesting decision point. It is actually very good against the Paragons. It's firing that Devastating Wound gun. It is wounding on 5s, but Devastating gets through all of the Paragon's defensive saves. So, and 2 converted Devastating hits. And we have to remember that we do have potentially 1 in the chamber thanks to Fate's Messenger is going to be enough to knock a Paragon out. So that dude can potentially just sit at the edge of their threat range, kill a bunch of Paragons, and then fire and fade pretty far back. And they only have... I guess they're sitting on a base 17-inch movement. They only have a 29-inch threat range against him, so a Fire and Fade actually gets him out of their own range, their own distance to attack him.
Just realized if I'd moved this slightly differently, I could have cooked this Scourge. Oh well. I mean, you'd have Phantasm, but...
Rangers fall back. Rangers might as well remain unmoving. These guys with advance can get 17 of movement, which is a lot of movement. Right. This is good there. No, so I can go there, shoot the bargains instead. Team. It's not enough. Just go to sort out. Shoot those guys. Shoot the emulator.
A big push into the deployment zone looks like here. Mandrake's trying to maybe knock down the Arcoflagellants. That would be a big swing if they were able to kill them. The Mandrakes do have a pretty impressive range profile. Strength 5, devastating. Although devastating, not too relevant against Arcoflagellants, which don't really have a save. They have a 6-up, I guess, in cover. But that is a lot of Mandrake shots going into those guys, and they are protected by Feel No Pain. We don't have anything for Sororitas inside. Can't Strike's the transport numbers over here. Inside Deep Strike or Strategic Reserve, so nothing that can easily counterattack these guys. So this is going to be a little problematic for the Bringers of Flame. If they do end up knocking out those Arcoflagellants, that's going to be a big swing. Obviously, Ash is still holding down one objective in the center that's probably going to remain uncontested, although I don't think that she's going to be holding this middle objective, and it's, I guess, a coin flip whether she is able to keep a hold of that one using the novitiates coming out of the immolator. A couple of Mandrakes looking like they're just going to be holding the fort down in the back over here. Interesting that we're not using them to charge. We do have to remember to kill these sister novitiates, because the OC2 in that position are going to be a problem.
So I shouldn't.
For
I'm gonna go with
holding
Viper
the
into
Eldar home objective.
Alright, you're gonna spend 1 CP on smoke.
Yep. Smoke.
There's a smoke scream into the immolator.
Where's my close?
Viper's firing, a Star Cannon, and a Shuriken Catapult. We got to get one hit through to remove cover from it, but the smoke is going to make it really difficult for these Scourges to hit. And again, they can't use their Miracle Dice because they do not have the ability on their datasheet.
Doesn't smoke cannon. Nothing. Removes your cover zero. So now the pack of Scourges here. Alright, for that, I'm sorry. Just need to adjust receive loadouts on
Sure.
in this tropic environment. Right. So then Scourges, this one. Things on 5s.
All right, moment of truth.
Alright.
Can we luck sack into a bunch of 5s?
Alright.
We sure can.
Just
Two wounds go through onto that immolator, and no cover to protect it there. Just has that 6+ invuln. Looks like both shots are going to go through. Do we see it kill?
Let's go through.
Yep,
And he's
that's
dead.
12 damage. Yeah, easy game. Get smoked.
+2, yeah. Yeah, why is it whenever I pop smoke, my opponents seem to...
Yeah, it was to be fair 10 Dark Lances, or 8 Dark Lances and a Star Cannon. I don't know, and a Heat Lance. It's a lot of shooting going into that guy.
No,
It's still likely that he goes down even with the 5 ups to hit.
They are gonna die. And I'm happy with that.
The one thing that I guess we could miracle a charge from the Striking Scorpions. Taking a look at our Fate dice pool, it looks like we have a 5 and a 6 in there, so we could potentially auto complete the charge of the Striking Scorpions here. The thing you have to keep in mind, though, is that these Paragon Warsuits are available to intervene. Oh, no, they're not! Ash actually burned all her CP to do that. Okay. Yeah, because she overwatched and smoked there. So, no heroic intervention from the Paragons, which would put them on this objective and hold it for Ash. So this charge from the Striking Scorpions is going to be kind of a free roll, and I think what the game plan is going to be, were I to be a bidding elf over here, is to try to put them in engagement of the unit, but not the Palatine. I think if Ash is probably going to put the Palatine at the front of that formation, if
very good.
she can ensure that the Palatine gets engaged by that Scorpion charge, probably means that the Palatine has a pretty solid chance of picking up the unit in response, or at least doing most of the damage there. I don't know if the Striking Scorpions are going to kill the Novitiates and the Palatine together. Certainly not out of the realm of possibility, because they do have that sustained and devastating against infantry, but That's a little bit scary. Yeah, it looks like they will probably have to go in and hit the Palatine. Nice little 8-inch charge.
She's a 9. Okay, never mind. Take the melee weapon. It's not necessary.
Right.
And then I generate the Miracle. It's a 9, right? I can't actually tell what's your bases.
That's an 8.796,
Yeah.
so that's an 8-inch charge.
Yep. Yeah.
Right, so Scorpion's gonna shoot them. Right, 6 shots. Yikes. Okay. 1 save.
Some folks over in the YouTube channel. Thanks for the subs over there.
And I'm here.
I got some really exciting stuff coming out, by the way, chat. Did a bunch of work on it this week. Hopefully, we'll have more information later this week about it. But it's gonna be a big upheaval, I think, over on the channel. So I'm excited to push it out. Also, 2 days. 2 days we get the Speed Freaks demo. I think that's gonna be what we do on this channel for not the Speed Freaks demo, the Speed Freaks full release. I think that's gonna be what we do for at least the next couple of weeks. I'm going to put a ton of time into that game because that game is fun as hell. I gave myself carpal tunnel during the beta with that game. Absolutely phenomenal driving game.
Yeah, I'll spend a CP to reroll one of them. Nope, that was terrible. And then the little gun. 2 saves on the subframes.
EP?
No.
Alright, take it on Gemini. Gemini doesn't care.
Alright, so the next save you take must be on Gemini then. So that should be fine. Shooting, I guess. No.
Can I remove this extra Canis?
Oh, sure.
No, that's for you, Ash. That's free extra Canis. Just for you. Just add it to your army, as you do.
Oh, yeah. No, this guy was...
Yeah, right.
Okay, that's true. That's a bit too far.
Yeah.
We can completely exit him. His miracles. Yeah, well.
Yeah, I don't know if it's entirely realistic that you can totally dodge the Immolator here. Immolator is down to 3.
He had line of sight.
Not unreasonable chance you kill it on an Overwatch, actually, because you do get the Battle Host reroll on Overwatches. Now that it counts as being selected for shoots.
Just try and tank.
So that is that's a little spicy.
You left.
Get a bunch of shots on 6s here to clip into the Immolator.
Oh, what?
I don't want to just to...
Oof, a little rewind action.
Actually correct with my movement.
TTS rewind's always
one.
a little funky.
So let's go next. Next we have you taking on the Gemini, so we shall shoot the rain squad.
Sure.
The rain's gonna start. D6, 3, that's a 7.
Not using our battle host reroll here.
That's for mortal wounds.
Alright. Those wait until the end of the entire unit attack sequence.
Happen in the end. So then the 2 multi-guns.
Ugh. Ugh! 3 1s in a row though. Yucky! Yucky roll from those Storm Guardians. Disgusting. Maybe our cool Shuriken pistols will do insane no damage here.
2. To what?
Saves.
What is the profile? Okay. Thank you. So I'm gonna pin it. No. Take 1 damage.
Right, then the flamers. Just 5 attacks. 4 saves, and the Gemini. Nope.
Well, regardless of what happens, the other two save, but she dies, and then so she's dead. And then how many from your brain?
4. Yes.
Okay. So that's 4 Fiona pains because it's all same sequence. 1, 2, 3. Oh, she's here. 4.
So keeping one model in the back here for the Feel No Pain. That if that model doesn't get pulled, which I imagine Ash will pull it momentarily, but if that model doesn't get pulled, it actually could mess up Celestine's attacks on the subsequent fight phase because it disallows the unit from being able to pile in or consolidate. So if you kill the Seraphim that Celestine's basing and don't consolidate into Celestine and don't have to base her on the charge, she actually just can't attack.
-1. Only some of them get covered. Typically 2. Well, in July, of course. But that is damage too.
Alright, take it on the ones in cover. So these are 3 ups. 3 up. 3 up. Opium pain, damage goes damage 2. What else do you have to shoot them?
It's just
Just the Death Chest.
Reverse, I guess.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I'll put the plucker.
That one wasn't in cover, wasn't it?
Oh wait, alright, she wasn't in cover. Picked
Which
the one
one
in
was?
cover, so that was...
Which one? And of course the last one.
that was she. She was... I cannot put her down because this suddenly developed a box. Take this one.
Next we have reverse shooting into them as well. Starting with the little guns. Yikes. 1 save, normal.
3 up. Good.
Then the big gun. That's -4.
5 up. She did. It's a melter, right?
Yeah, that was melter. Now, can of course charge them. Which we will do, yes. Now we have this Chester. Question is if we want to shoot Paragons or this guy. These girls are no longer in cover except for Celestine.
Okay, well, Death Chester shot here. This is going to be a big one. If we get a spike on the hit roll from this guy, we get
Death Chester,
some insano damage.
Makes sustain 3.
Of the MSU, yeah, this list is wild. Unit volume, just a crazy number of units, which is cool to see. And they're all over the table right now. We have 10 mandrakes just dropping into the Adepta Sororitas deployment zone. Plus, there's 15 Shadow Specters in reserve as well.
AP1, you don't get cover. Well, Celestine does, but...
The Germany definitely does.
Where is the Gemini?
Right there?
Yeah, she blends in with Gray.
Yep, I know. That's why this one was left behind too. Just standing on the skeleton. So that's 4 and 2 death, right?
Yes.
Alright, so... these are 2 damage each?
Yes.
Okay, so just taking the Seraphim, 4 ups. 4 ups. Seraphim both die. And then take it on Celestine, 4 damage. Celestine takes 2. Resolve my miracle is a 3. And I will pluck my models off the table.
Okay.
Not technically the sequence you're supposed to do that in, but I'd be asked to leave the dice roller and go back in.
Then we have 1 Drakes, number 1, into Zerg Flagellants. What's the toughness of Zarkus?
3.
3, so it's 5 saves and 1 death.
Two dead.
Cool. Then the second squad of Mandrakes does the same thing. Well. Okay.
Just a fucking insane number of devastating damage. Goodbye, Arco Flagellants. That was a lot. That was a lot over there. Oh my god. Well, cleared off the Sororitas backline here. So we're going to have to see an attempted kill on Celestine right now in order to prevent the regeneration of the Superior. That's the objective. If they do that, can drop Sororitas down to only one objective held. With a probably Canis Rex, to be honest. I don't think he has much else to do besides sit there and fire laser impulsors at little tiny Eldar units. Getting him in melee feels a little bit aggressive right now. Yvrane's unit looks like pushing in right now.
Right, that's different.
Yvraine does have a pretty good profile at swinging at Celestine. She's got that devastating wound. Strength 4, AP 3. So we'll put Celestine on that invuln save and wounded on 3s. Plus the Storm Guardians themselves have a... I don't want to say they're good, but they're okay, I guess.
I'm not sure, so I can...
Got a AP 2 melee with deck. That's probably fine.
I mean, you can't anymore.
Which is good, probably.
And might get them into the novitiates on top of that, which would be big.
Let's make kill off.
Although this is likely what Ash wants to see. She doesn't have the CP to power St. Celestine up against Yvraine, so it's unlikely that Celestine's going to be able to kill Yvraine if she survives, although she's going to respawn here and then do whatever she wants on the coming turn, which is going to be a big deal. Storm Guardians exist. Yeah, that is fair. They did fire an impressive array of special weapons into the Seraphim, and I think kill one of them. Although Yvraine is particularly exciting inside this unit. She does make the unit, I don't want to say hard to kill, but at least a little tanky. Plus, she herself hits like an absolute ton of bricks. Yvraine's such a cool inclusion.
Cool. What's gonna happen?
I think Yvraine's one of the interesting ways that sort of Psychers have been implemented, where they have like very unique and very powerful ranged attacks that do very specific things. She's just an infantry blender, which is kind of sweet. I like that.
I mean, otherwise I will just die. And that's an 8-inch charge. Do have a reroll for that too.
And she has a cat. That's true, chat. That's true.
Thanks.
Can't forget about the little kitty cat.
Scorpions into Palatine.
Sure.
On an 8. Spend a reroll.
So failed charge into the novitiates. Do we burn a 6 on the miracle dice here? Oh, failed it! Oh, chat! It was a 2+. Was not to be. The Palatine remains unpunished for her hubris. That's unfortunate for Deimos. Ugh, jeez. All right, well. Transports, turns out, in 10th edition, Warhamster 40,000s. Pretty good. That's a pretty good unit.
Right, here's...
Emperor still keeping a close eye on Ash, it's true.
3 punches into this girl.
Did you bet on Deimos, Agent X? Are you the one person who bet against the reigning champion?
With Yvraine, of course.
Jinxed his dice.
What's the film brain on the Celestine?
A likely story.
4.
I don't know if I believe that totally.
Everything, and there's still 2003 there, right?
Yep.
Cool. So 2 saves and then.
Oh my god, that was a trillion devastating damage from Yvraine. Holy crap! I think you just I guess not quite just straight up dead to the devastating. Yeah, she goes. All right, Celestine flips.
3 saves.
Oh, does she? No. Oh, did she make all the?
to go
In bones? Or they're going to go at the end of the attack sequence, I guess.
Great.
The feel no pains.
The unit's dead no matter what happens. So
Yes.
you don't need to resolve it.
Celestine flipping over.
I just need to roll.
So she isn't going to get to swing this turn, but she will likely survive unless we see Ash repeat her semifinals experience and Celestine dies in real life. If Celestine just keels over and dies here, that's going to be a huge blow to the Sororitas, losing a lot of the ability to kill these little units in the back line. But if Celestine is capable of bouncing out, running forward, and then Miracle charging into maybe the Scourges in the back here, and potentially even flipping the locked objective, I think that's going to be a huge blow. And looks like there is a single Novitiate alive, which is like gonna prevent Yvrain from jumping backwards.
Need to. I don't really know what I do.
Unfortunate for Deimos.
I guess go to 1,000.
Oh, it is heresy, Chan. Yeah, it is. It is heresy, but Agent X is a Space Wolves player. So his kind dabble in that runic magic, which is not necessarily in line with Imperial doctrine. You know what I say? You know what I'm saying, chat. If you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Which means I actually have to spend like 20 seconds figuring out where that is, and if you move her, I can't do that.
No, I just move like this, and it's gonna be there all the time.
Sure. Are you done?
Yeah.
It's shamanic. Yeah, I think that's probably that's definitely within the teachings of the Imperial Truth, I bet. Shamanism, shamanism, and animalism. Totally makes sense.
Right, I'm gonna discard my stuff recipe in the end. And pass on to you.
Alright. Stick on my same two auras.
I wonder what, I don't know if this, I guess like the Horus Heresy novels sort of start after the Primarchs have been kind of embedded in their legions, right? But can you imagine the legions, like they get to, they get to Fenris, and they're like, oh, Leman Russ, we are your sons. We've been, genetically modified using your genetic code. And Leman Russ is like, cool, man. Wear these bones. They're gonna protect you from the shadow monsters, and all these military guys who spent their lives like fighting sci-fi wars in spaceships are like,
fail.
Okay, you're the boss, I guess. Imagine being a Night Lord, right? And you show up on like Nocturne, right? Is it the Night Lord planet? And they're like, okay, you're gonna meet your genetic father.
Your opponent is off.
And it's just like this. It's just this deranged like mangy dude, and he's like, guys, we only fight at night now. The Night Lord's like, all right. What about these decades of battle doctrine that we've had ingrained into our training? We're not doing that anymore. We're just gonna put bat wings on our helmets and fight at nighttime. Okay.
Slide, yeah. 5
The 2+ abilities are creations of chaos. That's true. It looks like Ash did successfully roll it though, since Celestine did regenerate here, so she doesn't get totally punished. I wish those were re-rollable though. That makes me kind of mad that those are like totally random.
You have line of sight and you have line of sight with Scourges.
Of course you do. I'm just thinking.
No, I'm just checking. It's 2 Scourges.
Yeah, I didn't know much.
Okay.
That would be a spicy Overwatch. You get 3 shots to roll a 6. And then you likely kill it. Although it's a new battle round, so we have a 6 in the Miracle Pool, so Ash can auto-pass it. Just eats a 6 for a CP, which is probably not entirely a good trade. And if you fail it, you just lose the CP for nothing. Failing the charge on those on that Palatine unit's going to be painful, though. Because Ash just gets to pick up the Mandrake Squad for free probably now. And that cost a CP and a 6 out of the Fate Dice pool as well. That was a big loss. Paragon Warsuit's pushing forward into the Storm Guardians. Not much to shoot at for these guys. But they do have an easy charge. I guess they could maybe charge into the
Six points
Reavers.
away
It looks like the Reavers are up against the wall here, so it's
maybe a
likely
bit
that there's
less,
an engagement
6.5.
through the wall on them.
Listen,
Although these are Paragons not full rerolling, so they're not going to be quite as effective against the Storm Guardians.
yeah.
What do you think the over/under is on 15 Shadow Spectres killing the Triumph of St. Catherine? Is that in the realm of possibility? They do wound on 2s. Maybe 2? Maybe 2. So it could Armor of Contempt and get cover to save on 3s, so it probably survives. And you have to get 6 through? That's a lot. 6 out of 15 against 3+ saves? Yeah, I think that's... Looks unlikely.
Can get a line of sight. Bad.
Power of Belief works. Just ask Orcs. I'm sure Orcish,
Or I can just give 0 shit.
Orcish telekinesis is
Make you pick a scourge to see.
is definitely
That sounds vaguely fun.
definitely sanctioned by the ecclesiarchy. I'm really lore pilled today, chat. I'm gonna throw a preview in to the patron chat later today, but I'm working on something really cool. And it's got me deeper in the lore than anything that I've done in a really long time. I get to rip out all my old knowledge, my old lore knowledge that is definitely outdated at this point.
And this movement. Okay. Sure, I'm not stepping in. This is gonna land. There. Okay. These. Gives a shit about defense stronghold. I've got stuff to kill. Grab a 6 for Val and Friends. Go 7. Get fun. Where's this line of sight? Not quite. Yeah. Go. If I go 10. Oh, you know what? They're not going to advance. I'm just going to walk 10. Let's have a big party in the middle.
Could orcs loot the Golden Throne?
Just
I think if you were to ask an orc player, the adage is orcs can loot literally anything. So, I'd say yes. Go for it.
Triumph.
That Golden Throne is yours, boys. Power the Astronomicon with the green energy of the Wa.
Yep, sure.
First we use the blue ones. Keys of 5. Yeah. Saved from that, and then the sign ones. That's a stream.
The red throne goes faster. What is that? What does a faster looking golden throne look like? Or I guess reddish gold throne. How fast does that move to begin with?
Yeah, that's enough.
What is a faster version of stock standard still?
Oh wait, does this bring them? Oh, it does bring them. I'm sorry, I'm just back to me. I'll readjust that they don't aren't seen by the Mr. County Strength. That's fine. Just move some more beyond this line. This one's standing on his friend.
A rose gold. Very good, chat. A rose golden throne. Excellent.
Alright. Should be. Right. She had like an extra bunch of more. Just occurred. Did a spin. Alright. Yep. Got Celestine. Gets to go. Yeah. Quite. It's fine. And oh, in that case, what's here? She goes here. North. Okay. 12. Feels better.
Mm-hmm.
9 to him. 5 to him. Alright. And we are good for shooting.
Gemini has a bolt pistol. This girl has her Arden. Then she can charge me too.
Celestine not going for the Scourges here.
Let me just...
Oh, trying to get to the Death Jester. Do we see a Phantasm?
Move Scourges.
I don't know if you can move far enough away to get out of Celestine's distance. Ooh, that's going to be painful. That Death Jester is so important.
Moves them both far enough away and outside range, so...
But pushing the Scourges out of range of the Immolator, that's going to be a big deal.
Oh, he also has
a
bolter, of course. So it should be as far from Celestine as possible. And not visible to this guy. So I'll change him like that. We kind of hold the line. That's gonna be his line. Pretty much here. I just want it to be a 10 for Celestine. That's a 10, that's a 9. Oh, right, then they're visible to her. Okay. Dinner. What? And then from this wind tube, not visible. Cool. That's all.
Alright. They're shooting.
Cool. Saving ourselves some Darklands
Have
shots
you
here.
meant to move the Novitiate, or is it fun?
She is just staying put. She's
Okay, cool. Cool.
because I just want to charge you and kill you.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I didn't want to give you an opportunity to Phantasm. Because the last time I gave your brain an opportunity to Phantasm, they rolled a 6. And then the next time I'll give them an opportunity to Phantasm, they roll a 6. And then the next time, they roll a 6.
Well,
So-
I did roll a 6, so you were correct.
No. The last time I played a game against Enemy Brain, who got
Yazoo, how's it going?
Phantasm
Nice to
3
see you.
times, they Phantasm the 6 3 times in a row.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm not living that life again.
Your brain just single-handedly killing an Adepta Sororitas
Later
over
shoots
here.
here. Everything, including the Hunter Killer. They're heavy bolters on 3s. I do not bracket, in case you're wondering. 1 wound.
1 wound. Kills 1.
1. Flamers. 4 shots. 3s. 4 wounds. AP 1 ignore cover.
There's a 5-up, skills 1, and 1 is alive at 1 wound.
Hunter Killer misses.
Yeah.
Other shooting here to here. I've got 2 plasma pistols and a auto pistol. So auto pistol hits does not wound. Plasma pistol, these are not overcharged. Hitting on 2, hitting on 3, wounding on 2. 2, the 6 was a lethal. AP 2.
Right. Here comes the regular guys. 2-3.
Alright. Oh yeah, she's part of this unit. I thought I had a strain of shit left over. Yeah. Spend ACP and chuck a grenade at the Death Jester.
That'd be big if it
That
killed
is
him.
all.
Oh, it does! Oh no!
Very, very sad.
Oh, doesn't even have to shoot or charge there, and Celestine is freed up to go back into Yvrain or into the Mandrakes. That's the disaster.
Shoot the Scourgers.
Oh no!
So shoot the Scourgers. Flamer.
Ugh.
Shots on 2s.
Tesseract vaults are looted, Katon, and those Auric vehicles.
Yeah, very peaceful.
The Death Jester died to a grenade from Celestine Chance.
5 out involved.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just Alright, pistol.
Celestine was setting up to charge him, but he just exploded
Yeah.
instead.
Okay. And that's pretty much all I've got for shooting. Yep, so we got it right to charges.
I think it is a holy hand
Going
grenade,
to
yeah.
Start with Morven's
It's
squad.
the holiest of
That
hand grenades because
would
it was
be
thrown by
something
Celestine
together.
herself.
It is a 7-inch charge. I have +1 to charge. So that is a 10-inch. After factoring in the +1. These two can base here and here. So this one will base here, such that Morven can no longer base because she cannot walk through her friends. You cannot base here, so she will stop here. Get the other one in first because it's not off. Okay. Have Morven stop here and base to base.
Mhm.
And then we will have Red Squad charge this guy. I believe I need a 4 on the dice, so then 6. No, 5 on the dice. It's +1. 5 on the dice, get 6. Exactly what I needed. Thank you, +1 to charge. Then Canis will charge this guy. 5, doesn't make it. If he uses his free reroll. 7. Not sure. 7 makes it. 7 makes it.
Mhm.
And then these girls will charge over here. They literally can't fail, and they have a built-in. No, I lost. No, the built-in reroll still around. So that is a 10. Let's hope it to kill. But, to pop these out so I can actually see the bases. She's a bit too far. And you are here. Just inside the aura. She can go there, base that. She has nowhere to base, so she will stop back here. Alrighty. Everything, you don't have CP to interrupt. You don't have fights first. So let's have some. Oh, sorry, Celestine is going to charge your rangers. Just the. Nah, both squads. They're punching it. Rangers. All right. Out of heroic. Nothing's gotten the opportunity of heroic. So, all right. So we go to fights. Start over here. I'll discard 3 miracle dice to power up. So she's strength 6 and does mortals in addition.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1 lethal, 2s. So 5 saves and 5 mortal. You should just score it outright.
Mm-hmm.
Back to points. Yeah, a bit closer. We've got Canis. Do you want to just pick him up?
Yes.
Right back onto the objective. We will go with Red Squad. Yes, we'll go with Red Squad. Yeah. Bit less, yeah. Now I can't base you over there. Closer, yeah. So I moves to base, yeah. Whoops. Now we start with swords.
I'm gonna spend a SB to give them -1 to be hit.
Plus 2s. 4 saves.
Right. A 5 up. Into 5 ups, damage 2. Nope, kills 4.
If there are 1 wound models, you can just roll the 4 and then.
Hmm?
If there are 1 wound models, right? You can just reroll successes. 2 saves, AP 1, 3 damage.
That's from home.
Same unit. They've got maces. Well, they've got E mace.
Eldar still has the
Oh.
15 Shadow Specters in reserve,
Okay.
Chad, so it's not... And plus all this stuff is going to remain relatively untouched. We did lose a bunch of Scourgers, which sucks. So it's not like... It's not Ogre. This is a big turn for Sororitas, for sure. But there's so many units in this Eldar army that it's tough to count them out at any
Small
point.
Val's unit.
Although the mobility of the Sisters definitely helps, because they're able to get to grips with...
Move
whatever they need
further
to.
when it was from the stronger.
I started here. That is 1.8. This is 1.7.
Right.
Or maybe slightly less, I don't know. It's around there. Discard a miracle for Morven. We are doing big stab. We are going to start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to start with the swords.
They're just better Eldar is basically the way how things have played out for sure.
And on 2s.
They do feel like kind of OG Eldar light.
6. Well, 5.
I guess like their mechanics are very similar, so that
So
does make sense.
4 funeral pains. 4 sets of 2.
Set of 2, indeed. There is...
Yeah, I don't really understand Eldar combat doctrine. They're like, guys,
Kills 4 more.
we're gonna field a bunch of poorly equipped citizen soldiers. You're like, okay, but there's only like a couple of million of those guys like in the whole universe. So kind of, can you do that? Can we afford to take guardians? Why aren't we focusing on high tech stuff? But I think a lot of it's that
2s.
I think I read somewhere that a lot of the
1 dev wound of 3 damage.
the
Right.
kind of like tragedy of the Eldar is that they have such a martial tradition that's like ingrained into their culture that they
Because they need to take it first.
are too they're too reliant on like aspect warriors, whereas aspect warriors are kind of inefficient in modern warfare, right?
Third.
They're like samurai, where they're these like
Fourth.
lifelong trained,
Fourth.
highly capable warriors, but they get blown up by a bomb just as well as anyone else.
Yes. And then the mortal goes on this guy and kills him.
Nope. there is more damage incoming. There is a different source of damage incoming.
Okay.
Is it was? No. All right. Yeah.
Well, I think even in lore, right? Like, if you were to consider
One mace in each squad.
consider the
Yes.
lore, I agree that the lore is not very well represented by the
mace in
tabletop
the-
game.
The main
A
thing
bolt gun
in
should not be
the
strength
Smallman
40.
squad is
Let's
so
be
I
real.
can get her kills. Make sure
But
she gets kills.
even in the
red squad,
even in the lore of the
I
game,
did it by accident.
the
They submitted when I was very, very, very,
I see. Cool.
and I just copied and pasted it without thinking about what I was doing. So,
like the idea of Eldar
see.
having all of these like just little tiny light infantry units that just die a lot. I don't know. Doesn't really
the
make
red
sense.
one should be in.
I guess if you're on a craft world, right? If you're physically fighting on a
Measure
craft
one,
world,
but
having
eventually
your
just
citizen
because this one
soldiers
was a bit
makes
off.
a little bit more sense. But
There you go. Well, the intent was
when you're
one
out
of
fighting elsewhere, I don't know.
Would you say? There was.
You'd use wraith constructs or something, right?
It wasn't touching
well then-
zero.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm gonna
Okay.
be tied down
Yeah,
anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Right.
Then we go with Celestine, who is swinging at every.
Well, they're not just like explosive rounds, right, chat?
The one everything.
They're like reactive explosive rounds. So it's an actual solid shell
Yes.
that's like 75
them just
caliber, or
die.
whatever. It's like this
So
huge.
there's-
It's like a 20 or 30 millimeter round that is
3 AP2s on the other squad.
explodes after penetration. So like
That's true.
I don't know.
Dying.
I think it would be maybe slightly less effective than an armor piercing round or a solid shell, a solid slug.
Yeah. So I get to punch back, I guess. If Ryan's gonna punch the blue squad.
I'm not a firearms expert though, so. Sure, somebody in the YouTube comments can come back at me and be like, "Hey, here's the reality of autocannon fire in real life." I mean, we did see what is that video from Ukraine that Bradley killed a T90 with its autocannon?
6 damage.
You know, you shoot at even armored stuff enough with an explosive shell, and eventually you'll get some work done. You'll hit something important.
Great.
Oh, it penetrated.
Rangers is spawning.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Nurgle Matt.
So, yeah, I guess 2 hits there and 1 hit there.
Eldar are super OP in the lore. They're all psychers except for the Dark Eldar.
4s reroll.
But are they like they're all psychers to some extent, but they aren't all like casting smite on people, right?
Doesn't
Like psychic
and then the other 2.
like psychic powers can be represented just by like, oh, I have a little telepathy or whatever, or like I can move a marble with my brain.
Force, 1
Like, okay.
save. Takes it, cool.
But only like the Farseers and stuff are actually just like straight up killing people with mind bullets.
Fine.
As far as I know. Somebody can correct me though. I'm
Right,
not a lore
did
expert.
not score overwhelming force because you had thoroughly nothing on objectives.
Yay.
I will pitch this defense stronghold, get a CP. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to hold on to defense overwhelming force because I think it's good to force you to do things.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick up one of my mandrakes. I'm gonna pick up second one of my mandrakes. This is turn 2, right?
Yep.
This is a very hectic game. On your pace. Right. 2 mandrakes go up, so that mandrake remains there. Anything else I can
As
do?
your
Nothing
Farseers
else I
gonna
can
do
do.
without just
I'm
getting
gonna draw
conked?
cards.
Alright.
Defend
Start up
behind.
I feel like they kill a lot of people.
It's 3.
Yes.
Not quite as much as the battle fairs here from 9th edition. Who remembers that
Defend
that guy who's like, here's a destructor, take 2d3 mortals. Here's a smite, take d6 mortals. Here's they had another battle match, like a battle psychic power, right?
To move,
They CP to triple cast and then threw 3 smites at you.
there. If I can
Gaze of Yniad? Could they cast Gaze of Yniad?
triumph.
That was
I guess
that was the craziest. I love that little dude.
dropping the triumph.
As even as somebody who played against Eldar, that little Farseer was a fucker. I hated that guy, but I appreciated it.
Northern block.
As a Chad Neurothrope enjoyer, I loved the little smite factories. Those guys were rad.
Scoring you 10 points.
Oh, they had the gun, the bow of Kurnos, chat. Of course. They had the Bow of Kurnos. How could I forget? Are you kidding me?
Emulator has Dialogus in it.
Ugh.
Dialogus.
No, I liked that little Eldar guy. That guy was cute. It was a little bit more palatable when the Eldar were still on the 8th edition codex. I think their 9th edition codex was really stupid for a while.
Try moving the reverse fast.
As is always the case, it feels like Eldar are always
Put
stupid.
the Dialogus on this point, but I completely forgot that she was inside.
Yay.
Every edition of 40k.
How far can we move?
Do I think love can bloom on the battlefield? Listen, I've seen that short with the Vindicare Assassin.
That's the fastest we can move. I guess we can.
That's one.
Yeah, trust me.
That's one guy who didn't get killed by a Farseer, but he did get slayed by the Farseer. If you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? She was using that
3 dimes.
What's the spear called? This is screaming spear. God, what's it called? What's the
one was 14 inches, so you could not have eviscerating flyby.
Sure can. Yeah, alright, well.
Singing spear. Jesus
Not and
Christ.
stay off the turret.
Fair enough, I guess. We'll need to delete it.
Bobby G approves of fanfic. Yeah.
Might well,
Yeah, that dude knows what's up.
since I already rolled for his rating.
Yeah. This one was here, right? So it's
Yeah, that's fine. Well, he's there, whatever. I'm gonna be charging either way, so it shouldn't matter, hopefully. So then I need to kill the emulator. Hopefully. Oh, I have a shitload of shadows pictures in reserves.
If Eldar are like so in tune with like their weapons and stuff, I bet they're really good in bed too. They always know what you're thinking. What battle round? We are on bottom of 2, chance.
Spectres needs to
Is
kill
the current
mission.
battle round.
Scourgers need to kill them all. Well,
Good old bottom of 2.
these guys is them all. Cool. So they should remain stationary. These guys should not. Novitiates have any flamers? Or anything good? They have 1 flamer, and the Palatine has a plasma. So not really.
J Rays, thank you for the follow.
To
Lists are available. Exclamation point lists in the
just see.
chat will get you the lists for the game. Yeah, so nothing in reserve for Sororitas. They do have a character in
in the lore, lore-wise, Drazha is currently trying to kill Yvraine.
Well,
He has been chasing her across the entire galaxy, trying to kill her.
cool stuff. HW being Judah.
I knew that was fishy, chat. I knew it.
They-
But the
Despite Phoenix Lords being
Eldari have a lot in reserve. They have 15 Shadow Specters, Dressar in a unit, plus 2 Mandrakes that have just uppy downied in there. We've left 1 on the table to go run and grab Ash's home objective. One way that Deimos can come back from this in a big way is by killing that with the action. Although I don't know if they're going to be able to start the action this turn exactly because they might be too far away. But yeah, lots of stuff remaining for Eldar. They lost a bunch of units, but the gimmick of the list is that they have a bunch of units, so
the
it's
Phoenix
okay.
Lost thing is just stupid, but the solitaire one makes sense to me.
Oh. And for the balance reasons, at least, it makes sense, because...
Singing Sphere doesn't even wound monsters or vehicles anymore? Yeah.
That's right.
It's probably okay. I guess it's also like AP 0. That's the part that kills me. It's strength 9 at least, right? So it's like wounding on 4s or 5s most of the time. But I wish it had big AP or something.
No.
But largely I think it's just, I don't know, it's a nice little extra. It's a little extra thing.
Oh wait. Just need to adjust.
You're there for that good Eldritch Storm.
Of your stuff. Right. Holy shit. Big. So my wing should be able to see the second one.
Getting plowed by a tank, also AP 0. Yeah, it's not strength 9 and 3 damage though.
They're below half, they're good. also needs to
It's
bow.
not exactly the same. Spiky tank should have AP. Yeah, I mean, they just have melee profiles, right? The spikiest of tanks just hit you with a sword.
If I want to...
Little defiler action. Boop. Lord of Skulls. That's the spikiest tank, and that thing has AP at its
a bit more fun.
nose. Strength 9 if you throw it, strength 3 if you swing it. Yeah, they maybe they're not that good at fighting. It's not. It's also. It's not even anti. I thought it was anti-infantry, but I guess it's not. It's so weird. I guess you have to take the Witchblade, but it's less damage. Yeah. I guess these Farseers are here to guide people, not to do a murder, I guess.
So, Blue Rangers will fall back.
Defend Stronghold behind enemy lines are the draws for Deimos. Defend Stronghold might be a little tough this time around. I guess he wants to save the CP. That's probably going to be a burn, I think, though. Behind enemy lines is great, though. What a time. Let's go. That's an easy max. So scores should look fairly even moving on through this turn. Ash still only holding one objective. She does have 2 units in the middle. But I don't know if she's going to be able to hold on to this one. I think that one's going to go down to all these Scourges and Reavers. Paragon Warsuits will probably burn Deimos' home objective.
Because they're tightening it down.
But the real question is where the
Scourges.
Shadow Specters want to reappear.
Probably
I wonder if I don't know. I don't want to measure right now. Canis Rex looks a little far away from this ruin. I think that might be actually safe from him if you're hiding right here. So we could see Shadow Specters drop kind of between these 2 units, contribute fire to the Triumph and to the Palatine, and then duck back behind this train to be safe. We were wondering earlier if all these Shadow Specters could, with their powers combined, actually kill the Triumph of St. Catherine. I think there's a reasonable chance if you also commit these Mandrakes too, and then hold Drasar for a rapid ingress next turn.
That would have been 14 saves.
15 Shadow Specters plus another whatever 24 Mandrake shots, 16 Mandrake shots, 16 Mandrake shots.
Very much did.
It's a lot. It's a lot of DACA.
Yes.
If you knock out the Triumph of St. Catherine here, that kind of forces either the character inside the Immolator, Canis Rex, or this Paragon unit to sort of absorb that middle objective. And I do think that Ash starts to just physically start losing units. She has more presence on the table. She has more dangerous units available to her, but on the flip side, they're more compact than the Eldar, and the Eldar are going to start to kind of pick her apart, I think. This is an interesting as we move on to the mid game here. If Deimos can sort of deal with these Paragon Warsuits, and it does look like Yvraine actually killed one, which is a big deal, then he's going to be kind of off to the races. You get there on average with the Spectres without cover. Yeah, she'll be in cover though, chat. I guess there's a universe where the Viper actually plinks her, and I guess we're not going to. We're not going for that right now. But I would kind of like to see that, although that might just end up being an Overwatch from the Paragons.
It's fullback.
Not
Overwatch is more of a Val's unit.
Not
more of a Val unit is tied down. Cannot. Overwatch.
Oh, the Ranger.
Ooh, engaged, get wrecked. Oh yeah, I guess we could have maybe peeked out the Viper.
So no spec.
Yeah, without cover would be pretty good because then they put the Triumph on its 4-up regardless of Armor of Contempt. But right now it's representing Armor of Contempt and a 6+ Field Pain, so it's pretty tough to kill.
2 fullbacks in charge. The Avengers are the last ones to move, I believe. Yep, since they will fullback.
Yeah, you definitely want to commit the Mandrakes too, for sure. Because that's
Cannies.
what did we say? I guess it's 8 Mandrakes, 16 attacks. You're probably in for another 3 or 4 devastating damage. Maybe, I guess less than that, probably 2 or 3. 2 or 3 devastating wounds though. That changes the math quite a bit.
Sure.
Outside of the field up payment's
Straight up.
unsavable.
That's a normal movement. Now I can drop some stuff. Oh, right, no, Mandrake here. They just need to advance and
Yeah, I don't really understand it either, Chet.
we change the
It doesn't seem very the literal solemn procession
Well,
doesn't
just
seem
elevate it.
particularly triumphant, but that might be like sisters are all about dying for their faith, right? So they might just be I don't know what the lore is, but I guess
rewind the
they're
game. It doesn't work.
they're
when-
celebrating a life well given, you know.
shit. I blame Trevi for his special objective markers.
No, it doesn't work in any of them. Once you rewind the game, you have to reload the stupid objective marker.
I'm still gonna
Each
blame
time.
Trevi because it's more fun that way. Sure, well, they're on the objective. So. Yeah. Just this guy to not fit. I would like him to not fit here. His rotation. Yep, he doesn't fit. Great. And then we can go on to drop of my stuff, so...
So looks like we're leaving a bunch in strategic reserve, which is interesting. Not even I guess it's a little dangerous to commit Shadow Specters into the Immolator. They do have a 24-inch range gun. I think you can hide in this area fairly safely. Although Mechanus Rex might be able to tow to that objective or to that terrain and get it line of sight too.
It's going to be a suicide for the Shadow Specters.
You don't want to run into the Overwatch from that Immolator, though. Obviously, they have flamers on top, which makes things a little dangerous. But single converted hit from the
Let's try.
Shadow Specters knocks that tank down.
Let's just make it 18. Action.
Terry's found a nice combo for Dark Angels, 10 Deathwing Terminators, Librarian, and Deep Strike with the enhancement. You can drop them 3 inches of an enemy back line turn 1.
We'll see 6.
With the Relic Teleportarium for 1.
It's actually 6 guys on the pedestal, I guess.
Yeah, the problem is you can't do anything after that, though, right?
So then...
You just, like, stand there for a turn. It depends on what you're facing. If your opponent doesn't have the capacity to kill 10 Terminators, then you're probably okay. But if they do,
Just try.
a little awkward. I think a lot of people, if you just windmill slam them down on the table, a lot of people can follow up pretty well. Although the thing that you try to do is find good terrain features to hide behind. Generally speaking, that's not too far out of your own deployment zone, though.
Inventions Trump.
Yeah, that's true, Chad, actually, yeah. You could just cut them behind the terrain feature here. I guess what he doesn't want to do, because the Mandrakes are kind of unchargeable now if he underswings. He doesn't want to give a charged target there.
Behind and defend. Right, so I'm behind.
But yeah, like you said, it's pretty free. Although that does sort of lock them into their position. Mandrake's dropping onto this objective. That's a shocking move.
Overwatch arc rather, and outside.
Yeah, an Overwatch there would be kind of a disaster.
Well,
This is interesting. I don't know if I like this. Not really sure that there's a universe where these guys don't die. Although, interestingly, the Dialogus in that Immolator is gonna have a tough
yeah,
time
that's not outside.
with that unit. Looks like there's line of sight here.
Still no.
If we wanted the Overwatch. Getting them unchargeable from Canis and out of line of sight looks a little tough.
Should be good. Last Mandrakes and the last Shadow Specters drop there to show Triumph and Scuttleoff. Actually, yeah. That's extra insurance. Again, this one, Cobra. And also need to be outside of 18. Yeah. Outside of 18 is a hard part, isn't it?
I think maybe the game plan is just to kill the Immolator. Immolator's super low, and it is about to be shot by Scourges. So I think the assumption is that the Scourges will kill the Immolator, and we don't have to deal with them. And it might pull back Canis Rex. I think that's probably the thinking here. Again, I think Deimos' path to victory here isn't necessarily killing everything. It's killing all of the stuff on the outskirts. If you leave Canis Rex and the Paragon Warsuits to do whatever they want, it's only 3 units. They can't actually kill enough Eldar in a turn to change the game state. It's so funny just seeing units like continuously coming out of reserve for Eldar here. It's just like, wow, they lost so much. This looks like a disaster. No. Dropping more stuff. There's more Shadow Specters. There's always more Shadow Specters. Oh my god. Okay, just kidding. An entire army just arrived out of strategic. A big raid. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Thank you for the follow. Lonex Phantom VT. What's up, dude? Hope you guys had a good stream. What were you doing? Playing some games? Imagine having to think while playing Eldar. They've been nerfed to oblivion. Yeah, for sure.
And we can go on to...
Yeah, no Warp Spiders chat. Turns out you can afford a lot of stuff when you don't take Warp Spiders, because Warp Spiders are extremely expensive. To be fair, they are good into Sisters, but maybe not quite as good into this variety of lists. A little heavily armored. We're watching a T5S2 pod finals, the first pod of season 9. We have Rentar over here on the blue side, who's our current reigning season champion, rocking some really weird Adepta Sororitas. She said she made this list in kind of like a fugue state to bring us to the flame with Canis Rex and double Paragon Warsuits. It's doing okay. She's done a lot of damage, but the Eldar have kind of counter-dropped quite a bit here and are currently surrounding these sisters. A little bit of Deathwing. Hell yeah, dude.
Great.
I gotta jump in on Deathwing again. That's a wild. It's a wild. Oh, looks like we did get rid of Celestine. Celestine did eventually go down, so we're just down to the single Gemini Superior remaining. That's a big deal, actually.
Yep, 5 ups.
Dead. The sacrifice of the Death Gesture was not in vain.
It's a little girl, it's gonna swim, it'll spend, it'll not spend.
Yeah, we got Speed Freaks on Tuesday. Who's ready for Tuesday Speed Freaks? I'm so hype. And then we get to hang out with that for a month, and then we get Space Marine 2. It's gonna be a freaking good time, man. Yeah, Space Marine 2. I was just like I was kind of thinking about it, and I got a little like kid on Christmas energy. You know when you're a kid, and you're like, it's your birthday or it's Christmas or something, and you're like, I'm gonna get something cool. I don't know what it is yet. I don't know what it's gonna contain, but I'm excited for somebody to give me a nice present.
Viper.
And I kind of got that feeling again. I was like a little kid energy. I was like, I get a whole Space Marine game. We get co-op, we get versus, we get a big campaign with like alternate paths, like branching paths and shit. Oh, I'm so excited. Anyway, yeah.
I was trying to figure out what was going on with the rest of it.
So I read some posts. No spoilers, but I read some first thoughts. So the game leaked.
I see it.
Apparently a version of the game that was from last year and was very, very raw.
Wow.
And I guess it leaked, and I read some first impressions from the people who played it, and they were like, well, it's not representative of the final game because it had a ton of placeholder assets. It was missing a bunch of shit. It was kind of a disaster. But they were like, but the bones are really good, and the plot line of the single player campaign was fucking awesome.
Range.
So I heard really good stuff already.
No, actually, no, you wanted range, so you're correct.
Oh, okay. Just,
I didn't spoil.
Save it.
No. I read some reviews from
You
people on
couldn't see
Reddit.
this
No
guy,
spoilers
right? You
though.
couldn't see the front one.
I did not play the game whatsoever. Some friends of mine were like, "Are you gonna download it, dude?" And I was like, "No fucking way.
Oh.
I'm gonna play the game as the designers intended on release. I'm
me see.
gonna do it the right way."
I was confused for a second there. Great.
Hey, yeah, get that Speed Freaks.
Next.
That Speed Freaks command in chat. Let's go. Space Marine 2.
Bunch.
Space Marine 2, chat.
We're gonna.
Wonder if we're gonna get a Deathwing skin for class customization. Yeah, there's the Dark Angel guy, but he's not Deathwing. If it's anything like the original Space Marine, you're gonna be able to color your dude out however you want.
22,
Which I imagine they bring back. It would be kind of surprising if they didn't, and so you could just recolor your guy to be a Deathwing guy.
If you want pretty good cover. So, I guess for Misha it's 4 ups, right? Missions.
3 ups until she dies, then 4 ups. So, okay, so maybe shit's dead.
Yeah, there's already some like pre-order skins and stuff that are available. They look bad, to be honest. They'd have to do some real impressive stuff for me to buy skins for that game, I think. There's like an Ultramarine pre-order thing. It's like looks, I don't know, doesn't look good.
Then the Paladin's alive. I'm gonna shoot.
Triumph of St. Celestine, or St. Jeez, every time I do that. Triumph of St. Catherine, not really taking any shots here. We did knock out the Novitiate squad, but it looks like it might have a charge to these Shadow Specters. All it needs to do is touch this objective in order to take it back from the Mandrakes. And that will probably blank the Mandrake's burn on it. If Deimos can get a burn on that objective this early, it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, take a... roll it. Takes 1, takes 3 damage.
I think they'll sell classes.
Right now, Scourges.
Yeah, I'd be alright with that. If it's like actual content, if it's just like a skin, I'm like whatever, who cares? I did.
Big guns.
I can't remember if I bought the skins for Space Marine 2 or they came with the edition I bought, but I did like the Warband skins for Space Marine
7
or for OG Space Marine. They're pretty cool.
1, 3.
But those are like total rehauls, overhauls of
Just have like a 70% hit rate.
of the 70% hit rate. Isn't too another own possibility. I think they get
and then the
50% with a reroll, so they should get 2, and then they have a 75% chance on the other one, or another 50% chance on one of the other ones. So they should get a.
Oh. Okay.
They should be like a 60-something% chance. They should convert about like 60, whatever that is, like 63% of their shots. So I feel like it's actually pretty reasonable. I don't know. Hopefully it's like Armored Core 6, yeah. Like the customization was really deep in OG Space Marine. If that's not something they bring back, I'd be
disappointed. They remain stationary, so they hit on 3s.
At the very least, though, it looks like the number of classes available are going to be really cool, and it's like leaning really heavily into the Primaris art style, which I think this might be controversial, Chad. But it's more. It's like I don't know. It's like better design than OG Firstborn Space Marines. Like trying to keep Devastator and Tactical apart was like a little annoying. They just had a different backpack or whatever. But a Phobos Marine versus a Tacticus Marine versus a Blade Guard guy, like that's easy. Those were models like designed with very modern game design.
These Spectres just gonna dump everything into the Triumph, big shots.
Get an entire Legion of Dick and Ball Space Marine chapters. I don't know if they'll have.
Corpse.
You'll be able to design emblems, but I do think that they'll probably have color customization, right?
Cool.
PvP is going to be Space Marines versus Chaos Space Marines, yeah. At least I believe that's what was in the preview, if I remember correctly.
Just in case.
The intercessors do look cool, chat. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm into like I really like the Phobos, like Vanguard stuff, because the real tactical energy is pretty sick.
Correct.
So I'm like I'm all in on there's like bolt rifle guys and there's bolt carbine like Phobos guys. I'm so into that. And they're cheeked out. If anybody saw that GIF of the charge attack from like a Reaver, and he's just
Let's wait now.
he's got a backside for days.
Guys will not. I guess you can step on it.
They really like Gravis. Yeah, I'd like to see them implement Gravis for sure. At least they have the new jump pack assault, like the newest jump pack intercessor jump packs. It was interesting because that was the first place that those jump packs got showcased. Outside of Cave and Shrike, I think he had the intercessor jump pack or like an enhanced version. But the other guys didn't really have them.
I don't believe I have any more.
Hope they up the PvP numbers. Yeah, it's 6v6 right now, right?
Yeah, just
which is, I guess it's fine. I don't know if they would make it any bigger, to be fair.
That's 5 saves.
6v6 is like probably okay.
Folks.
I would like to see the PvE numbers go up because three-person PvE feels really small.
Unbelievable.
It's weird because like we could probably run 6 people in a team off the server really easily, but like we're stuck to 3, so we have to split squads if we want to play like server events. It's gonna be annoying.
Roll 2. Great, she's there.
Yeah, it's weird because like we're off. Like OG Space Marine was 4-player. The Gemini Superior just kill you.
I expect everyone to have 2 damage in this game. So yeah, I guess 2 damage. Well.
Oh, okay. He was
great.
I thought it was 2 damage. That's a little annoying. Gemini Superior survived there. That's pretty wild. Yeah, three past saves.
We'll discard defense. Roll for a CP.
But it's weird. Like OG Space Marine was 4-player co-op, right? Helldivers is 4-player co-op. Dark Tide 4-player co-op. And then Space Marine 2 3-player co-op. Like, what are you doing? Every recent game has been 4-player co-op, and we're just going to 3.
Singular.
I don't get it, chat. I don't understand.
People on several objectives. It's very nice of you.
Yeah, 16 for PvP. It was 16 for PvP, but
at
least in OG Space Marine, like the map size is so big that
gonna be
you never really like, even on a full lobby, you never really like saw everyone. The movement was like so weird in that game that it's hard to like collect all the teams together for big fights because it's very clunky. Everyone's respawning.
Right there.
I feel like a 6-person, like a more tightly designed 6-person PvP is probably going to feel better than a little clunky 8-person PvP. Like, hopefully the PvP is actually, like, an integral part of the game and not just, like, an additional add-on. Because there were some balance issues and glitches and stuff in OG Space Marine, which is a little sad.
5. Let's see. Crosses tree there.
4 players because of Left 4 Dead. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Left 4 Dead, like, launched that whole genre, right? Which is fine. Like, I think that's okay. But also, you just, like, you tend to form, like, teams, right? Like, I have 4 people. Like, I could call in on 4 people and on, like, a weeknight if we planned it ahead of time. I have 4 people that I know right off the bat I can play with. But now, we have to, like, somebody's got to sit out, or we have to find 2 more people and, like, split the teams? Like, I don't know. Just feels bad, man. I don't know why they wouldn't go with the industry standard.
This shit is going to advance.
Recent video talks about Tiger Shark not being able to shoot when it arrives. Does that mean it can never shoot until turn 3? It can shoot if you go second and you rapid ingress on the top of turn 2, right? So your opponent's turn 2, top of the second battle round, and you rapid ingress it, it could shoot bottom of 2. So bottom of 2 is the earliest it can fire. Because its base is too large to set up wholly within 6 of a table edge, so it has to use the large model movement roll.
Okay.
It's a good question, though. That was I don't know. It's a weird situation, the Tiger Shark.
It's OC2? I have no idea. GW.
Playing it over the weekend with the community, it's exploited to fuck. I only saw a couple, like, exploits. Sharkbait, what's up, dude? Thanks for coming in. Hope you're having a good one. Appreciate the follow. Yeah, I only saw a couple of like, real heavy exploits. I saw some animation canceling stuff, which is, I don't know, that just happens. Like, I don't know if that's particularly, like, insane. There's also, like, there's some, I don't know if it's intended, like wall phasing. You can stick heavy bolters through walls and like shoot through them, which is a little obnoxious.
Okay. Sorry.
I need a big charge there.
I was here. No, I was off that thing, so I was here.
The lobbies that I played with
No.
were pretty anti
No.
glitch.
I think it took
Yeah,
straight
it was a rotation.
So I think that I might have dodged a lot of it.
3 damage.
I didn't play public lobbies. I played private lobbies or like pre-assembled groups.
I guess
It's all, I don't know.
I
It
guess
was all
I
pretty
register my
pretty
time
clean.
for that thing.
There was some interesting interesting sort of server rules though.
Yeah,
Like specific perk and weapon combinations were banned and stuff.
mothering my.
Yeah, we're on-
now.
Standing on my.
Yeah, we're on top of a
No,
river
no, no.
right
But I just checked it and I fit. The fuck?
there. No, you didn't.
I don't know. Blame Trev as rocks.
Yeah, it's been over the Reaver every time we've tried to move that.
No, the second when I put it here. Is it because that's
Because you rotated there. Yeah.
It's like okay, fine. Well, then I guess I have things to do with her.
Yeah, it was. I think it was because the model is getting caught on the terrain here. If you're trying to drag it back, it like rotates slightly to fill the space. But obviously, that would cost you 2 inches in the current
We
rules.
shall take it 6.
Or I guess 1 inch if you were to play. We are playing with pre-August update rules, though. To be fair, so it is 2 inches currently. If you charge a unit, consolidate into a unit that has fights first. Do you still fight before the unit does? Yeah. So as soon as you are,
4.
I think you mean pile in.
Then the
Piling in occurs after you're selected to fight, so you have already been selected. Their opportunity to fight is gone. So they if they haven't fought yet, they could fight after you, but you're already inside the fighting step. They can't fight first while you're also fighting. Yeah, the game's solid. I think the movement's a little clunky. I definitely felt myself get better at it. I was a couple hours in. I probably played 5 or 6 hours over the course of the week.
My last trick.
And I did feel myself get better at the movement. You have to be very deliberate and stuff to dodge like weird collision because your character has so much momentum.
Do anything.
But yeah, I enjoyed my time.
Have you finished your move?
Yep.
You have finished your movement. Let's just see. Quick rapid ingress.
Looking for a rapid ingress off of the...
There's place here and there's place...
Off of the incubi. They do have to come in on the following turn.
There is definitely no space here.
Yes, that's not enough. There is space, but it's definitely not enough. Okay, I'm just gonna drop the treasure real quick. All this thing's gonna shoot me either way. I want to get cover from it if I can. I cannot.
This is very aggressive. Holy shit.
So,
Morgan Val's eligible to shoot right now, right? She's just going to pick that unit directly right off the table. What are we doing? All right, yeah, there we go. That makes much more sense.
no rapid ingress.
No ingress. Okay. Well, we're just going to raw dog those guys, I guess.
So I'm going to shooting. We will start by having cannon shoot here. So
Yeah, okay.
2d6. 2d6.
I have to put a list together for Wednesday. Are you playing a game?
7, 8 shots. Consistent. On 2s.
On 3, stealth.
Oh, they're stealth. Okay. So 8 hits.
I'm glad I could remind you. I always I forget to do lists until very last minute. I'm really bad about it.
AP1, you have cover on 1 model.
Only in the situations where I'm
I think.
Good, not
Yeah,
good.
you have cover on 1 model.
where I'm trying to play something very specific.
Then we got these girls here who are going to shoot the Scourges. So that is the Storm Bolters. 3s. And 3s. Twin linked. And twin pistols. So that's 9 AP zeros on your Scourges at the back.
What was the last 3?
Bolt pistols.
I guess they're vehicles. Dutch.
Okay. Have Triumph shoot here. 5 shots.
Next one shoot.
Oh, -1. 3 ones. Yes, in 3 1 rolls, okay. No, nothing. Another shit will shoot you here.
All the epic heroes for Dark Angels. I actually like the idea of that that style of list. We had a discussion about it on stream. I actually didn't realize that most of them were Deathwing keyworded. And so I was like, hold up. you can make 3 Deathwing Hellblaster squads? Wait a minute. Wait. Is this good? Is this army amazing actually? And that was kind of where we went with that. So that might be an army that I try at some point. It sounds kind of funny. Those characters I don't know are very good for Deathwing or for Hellblasters, but
so it doesn't matter.
They do give them that +1 to wound on enemies and objectives, which is a big deal.
The bolter is going here. Then Morven is going to shoot her bolter here, and her rockets at these Scourges. The blast profile. Okay, so Melta into the Viper.
So it doesn't look like Ash is really going to be dealing with the Mandrakes here. I guess the Dialogus could kill 2.
Oh, that's explode.
They blow up.
She's unlikely to die if she gets the charge off.
Bolters at the...
And if she does kill 2 of them, she can test that objective. So that would be a flip. Because she is taking the Eldar home here.
No, 1. Yeah, 3. 5 saves on...
Real base trade this game. This has been interesting. really wild
Storm
game.
Bolter plus Bolt Pistol.
Oh, cool.
I had to roll it separately for this one because they're not twin linked, but moving is in full reroll, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, kill them all.
Yep. The gun into the rivers. Morven on 2s. Seven hits, wounding 3s. 5 AP 1s.
As you die.
Yeah, the inner circle companions definitely.
Then 2d6 shots into
definitely do look solid. With like Asmodai and stuff.
12 shots on 2s.
I love the updated inner circle companion profile.
3s.
I want to play a list that just runs a bunch of inner circle companions, like a Gladius task force with 18 of them. I think would be kind of fun.
Nope, they're dead.
Okay.
The list like archetype with multiple librarians in inner circle companions is kind of sending me. I like that idea too.
Shot. Everybody shot. Okay, so charges. Morven's gonna charge.
They're cool. Definitely, I don't know, one of the coolest models to come out this edition for sure.
Yeah, we'll start with a Triumph trying to charge the ranges. That's a 9 because of +1. That should get in. So Morven is just going to charge your brain.
Good thing on that charge, a big 3. Let's go.
Base.
Love the aesthetic, yeah. That's like half the reason you're there, right? You want to play the cool knight guys.
Charge any
I don't want to play Black Templars, but I want to play the cool guys with the big swords.
inches.
And they're like cool hoods. I don't know. They just look sweet. And I think that they're finally a profile that you can actually make work instead of being just kind of a train wreck.
Is that it? Can you put your 1 inch? No, she's in. Barely, but she's in. Okay.
Dialogus did get the charge here. All right, Mandrakes.
Let's go.
If there was a place for -1 to hit, it would probably be here. Want to do it?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Sure. Morven is going to discard a 1 and swing at your brain.
Oh, I guess he has. Deimos has an interrupt available, so we could try to clip Paragon Warsuit with your brain. Oh no, we're swinging Morgan first.
Your brain takes 9 damage from.
Just fucking turns into soup. Holy shit.
Would you like
Okay, your brain.
to kill who's Morven? Generates a 4. Would you like to interrupt?
No
Did I
interrupt.
miss any charges? No, I didn't. Just double checking I didn't miss a unit that was like stuffed somewhere. There, Lucas, go.
Kind of a bad fate dice pool for Deimos here. No auto saves. Should be important.
Roll 2 of them first.
Are we just rolling out the Dialogus? No lightning fast reactions? Oh no.
First, before I decide what to do with the other event.
Okay. Saved.
Saved. Alright, so I don't care about the last one. Right, misses.
Nope.
Alright.
She flubbed it.
And then the Triumph.
Well, that's a big deal. Deimos holds that objective. Didn't have to spend anything. Triumph of St. Catherine kills the Rangers and takes the home objective of the...
Can get these 3 units, well, all the units here into the bubble. And-
Eldar.
Yep.
Deimos still going to score 10 points on primary and
Freeze the Mandrakes, yeah.
are kind of killing it on second or on score right now. Really dominating.
Just 4 saves.
We're generating inner circle companions of the apothecary. Can you dual attach the apothecary with anything?
fine.
Or is it only captains and
Okay.
lieutenants?
Pitch mark for this.
Can you put it with a librarian? That's actually kind of
False,
sick.
because
Oh, you can put it with Azrael, right?
let's go eventually.
Rolled for 3. I mean, you scored it for 3, you killed the Reavers.
Oh, right. I forgot. I didn't even realize they were on.
Captain, chapter master,
Okay.
lieutenant. Yeah, so you could have double attached with Azrael.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
That's actually sick.
Yep. Yeah. All right.
You get you get the 4+ invulnerable save and the revive.
So, stuff. I don't pick up anything.
It's too bad that the apothecary doesn't have a melee weapon,
Objective that was declared.
because he doesn't really add anything to the unit.
And
offense,
he is on
which
the map, but he's not on the cylinder. So then,
That's okay.
5. He's
I
now in the
scored,
cylinder.
yeah, I scored 10, I draw my cards. Containment, extend battle lines.
I guess I like it with the Hellblasters with the apothecary and Azrael. Actually, sounds kind of sweet though. Maybe that's the game
for
plan.
CP. And
Y'all are making me excited about Dark Angels now.
Double
Now I want to play Dark Angels. Damn it!
then what are we gonna do? Need to kill Dialogos. Need to drop the Incubi somewhere. Start reserve. There, I guess. Canis moves like there, doesn't see them. It's gonna happen in the end. Mandrik there, shoots more than Val. Everson shoots more than Val. Or should I shoot Canis? Kill the.
Established Locust Containment are the draws for Deimos' turn. What a fucking draw, man. Are you kidding me? He has 2 units sitting in the back here. He can establish Locust with 1, drop the Incubi, contain, put the Shadow Specters back here, contain,
It's possible.
and just rip a trillion points. I guess you could also contain in the corner over here. Just rip a trillion points right off the bat. You're also have a pretty good shot at killing this Paragon Warsuit with almost anybody. Yeah, I guess we also have Mandrakes in the corner over here who could do containment. Oh my god, Deimos is killing it on score right now. This Eldar list is really impressive.
And then I just need to be able to back there.
Talon Masters are
These
legendary.
guys go here, the Mandrakes here.
They were not included in the Codex when the Codex got re-released.
Seal.
which was fair. I don't think they didn't have an actual kit, right? Because it was just a land speeder kit with a resin attachment.
What breaks here? Just stand there. Don't do anything interesting. They will establish locus. 1 inch away from the ball. Something there, so they the more one.
Yeah, the Strike Master was a sad loss. That guy did not
You can overwatch.
see. He was not around for a long time because that profile got released in like 8th or 9th edition, right? And they just immediately got rid of it. They were like, "All right, this sucks. This is stupid."
I think you always
But they could have given it,
want.
I don't know, something to do. Problem was, it wasn't really a very interesting profile. Fire Discipline and a 10-man command squad? I mean, that's good with Fire Discipline, right? Yeah. Fire Discipline outlets are always good. For sure.
Fast. The Spectre is there.
Probably going to see an Overwatch here momentarily, I think, from Ash. More from Val, still giving us re-rolls. There's a pretty good chance of just knocking out the Shadow Spectres with a good roll here.
Yep. They wish to Overwatch. Yes, no?
I accidentally muted myself. No.
Okay, no Overwatch. And here we have Mandrakes are in range.
Yeah, I think the Terminator Bolter Drill or Fire Discipline combo is really only available in
Subtractive, it's not contested.
Space Wolves right now. It is good in Space Wolves. I actually love that unit, but I do think that.
Right.
So it is unfortunate that I think that's the one place that you get a good outlet for shooty Terminators.
Shoot the cat.
Otherwise, you're kind of just hoping for the best with the melee version.
This guy's there, this guy's there, this guy's retreated, this guy's standing here, shooting some more one.
Yeah, we'll see if they get swarmed. I mean, Canis Rex is a force of nature.
Great.
Depending on where these models end up, he can maybe kill one of the units. Looks like we're gonna try to keep these Shadow Spectres hidden in the corner. The Dialogus is gonna survive too, which is a little bit problematic for Deimos. She gets another opportunity to try to kill the Mandrakes. Too bad that he didn't declare a burn action that turn. That would have been good. And just clear that objective away.
Should be outside of his possible range of motion.
Yeah, I think it's funny that we sort of found... we found the way for these like bolter-focused units to be good, right? You need that lethal sustain 5-up critical combo. And if you can get that, suddenly those units become like actually insane. And... we just, like, in so many instances, we just don't have access to the full combo. So you're like, oh, I guess I got... whoever an Apothecary, Biologus, or a Lieutenant can attach to are good with it, but anyone else is bad. Which makes it sad. I feel like...
Go back easily enough.
If you just introduced a Terminator character who had lethal hits baked in, who could go into any detachment, suddenly shooting Terminators are viable again, instead of just being an absolute train wreck of a unit.
Yeah.
These are two separate pieces of building.
Well, yes. I should be able to see her with my stingies.
No,
So, yeah, right.
there's no way there.
From this here book, like this. Alright, I just need to adjust this little guy, and everybody else
Yeah,
can see her.
I think two of them couldn't see from the original position.
No. See.
Standing on
Now,
each
yes, but your original position, two of them definitely.
That's so weird.
Right. It's in slide 24. So, should.
Yeah, the Deathwing squads are good, but that is like a different case, right? Because if you get 3 heavy weapon Terminators, like suddenly I think the math changes a lot. Suddenly you're excited about just like ripping assault cannons into somebody over... the alternative, which is just firing a bunch of stupid bolters. Like the problem is it's just bolter energy. Bolter profile is not good. Dialogus does go down to the Shadow Spectres. Well, that's a big deal there. Deimos is getting exactly the kills that he needs to every turn, which is really impressive.
Oh, it's
Man, Eldar are so
fine.
cool. When Eldar armies play like actual Eldar armies, and they're like they're these dodgy, flighty, really interesting
Once
sort of finesse builds. They're so interesting.
The only thing
When
that
they're just ripping devastating wounds into people, it's less exciting.
nothing more. Anything.
saved.
It's good. So just get away from his possible fire arc. And then the 4 Shadow Spectres into Morgan Wall. Just 1 4.
Take a 4. Pass.
Take 4. Can get there. Nope. No. 1 inch away from the wall steel.
Oh, I'm speaking all the heresy, chat. I'm a fountain of heresy today.
Mondrakes into Morgan Wall.
The back 2 are not in range. 6 shots.
How is they not in range?
The back
The
2.
one isn't. God damn it.
18 range. 18, right?
They should have been in range, oh well.
Yeah, definitely not.
No more games after
Well,
this
it's not
one.
the most
This is the only one today.
No.
Unfortunately, after this for me is best armies in 40k. I gotta get working on that video.
1 save to.
It's gonna be a late night for me.
Cool.
Probably get finished at 3 or 4 a.m.
That's it. And yeah, Mondrakes.
Probably is their battle armor. It hides all the coolness.
So. Oh, right, I forgot to do contain.
Does it hide the coolness? Does it hide the hotness,
Well,
chat? That's the real
too bad.
question.
I'm gonna save it for the next turn. Maybe it's establish locus for 4. 1, 2.
Well, smash your pass video.
Switch back to Fusion Pans.
What a time to be alive. what a fucking callback.
Draw. Secure No Man's Land, bring it down.
Oh, I think I have a re-upload on my
Bring it
channel.
down.
I think there's 2. That must go to the old
Behind
one.
enemy line.
Because I re-edited it at one point.
Seems very doable. Did I generate my 6 yet? Did not. The 6. Did not use it. Start of turn, I generate lots of 2. Then we've got metal shots on Simulacrum, Girl, she fails. And on the Gemini.
So Deimos up 11 now after that excellent round of scoring.
Okay.
Do we not contain?
So,
Oh, I guess everything's shot. You can just rock it with the
line here
Incubi, right?
is here. I gotta cross this line fully to see you.
There's like no reason not to declare
I
it
go
Incubi.
8.
That's pretty interesting.
8 without crossing.
But
And then I pivot.
I guess maybe you're just trying to get CP out of it. Not sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, chat. I think Ash definitely has sort of the attritional lead, but she's losing it very quickly, and she's getting dominated on scoring.
I mean, you can't cross through the ruin, I guess.
Wait and get the 6. I mean, I guess, but you might as well draw a new card, right? Although I guess, like, honestly, at this point, I think if we were looking for through Deimos's draws, he's probably gotten most of the best draws already. He's extend. He's established locus behind enemy lines. Recover assets have all been drawn.
Testing. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Okay, what I was saying was that your Scourge was here. I can definitely see him. Even if you pushed it base to base, I can still see the edge of your base.
Okay.
And the reason I can walk through the wall is because he's the Titanic Tower, whatever. He's a knight.
Super heavy walker.
Super heavy walker.
Yeah, super heavy walker.
That thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I control this objective and I get the novitiate, so the banner's on it, so I do get to roll for it, even though she battle shocked, and that's a 5. She doesn't need to be controlling it, she just needs to be on an objective I control. She's going here. Germany is going to burn that objective, I think. Paragons will, in red, I'm probably going to advance. There's 18. 18 is here. 8.4 and 8.6 is, yep, take a6 and go there. And 7. And you. The 17 to here. Marvin's unit is 10. Then the triumph. And then to go 16. That 8 plus 8, nope, so 15 maximum. Nope. So how far do I need to go to get her in the aura? Minimum advance will suffice. So I will just advance the triumph. She is going 12, 13 inches. Yeah. Yeah. And yes. And we are going to have the Germany start burning that objective. You have nothing in reserves. Would you like the Phantasm?
There are Phantasm Discouragers.
If you are beyond that blue line, I can see. That is the point.
I guess it will die.
Alright. Oh. I guess I can still see.
Unfortunate Phantasm roll there. That's why it's a D6 now. A 2 probably would have saved him, but a 1's no good.
Look like you're clear.
Ripperonis.
Oh, regardless. Shooting. Venus isn't doing anything. He's just gonna stay on that objective, I guess, and continue to just be menacing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Pretty close thing, too.
These girls shooting at the mandrakes. So that's 6 bolter shots and 4 melter shots.
-1 shit.
1 bolter save.
Saved.
One melter save.
Kills 1.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a lot of 1s and 2s. Morven's unit shooting here, discard a miracle, power up. We will start with Morven's frag. 6 shots. Are you blastable? No.
Yeah, maybe like
I
D3.
thought you had 5.
You could do like D3 plus 1 or something, like D3 plus 2 on the Phantasm movement. So it's like at least
Die, but okay.
it's not guaranteed a big number, but it's at least
not saying
like,
you didn't.
predictable.
Don't remember that.
Part of the problem is that when you spend CP and get no value out of it, that's
6
really
saves,
rough.
armor saves.
Any stratagem that does a thing on a 2 plus makes me kind of mad.
Okay, and then we will.
I think at this point it's okay for
Paragon?
Eldar to, I don't know, ask for a little something, something. They're not quite as broken as they were before.
Meltas on 4s because you're stealthed.
Mm-hmm.
1 Melta save, so probably an inbound.
Yeah, it's like weird because you're like, oh, I'm gonna very carefully play around Phantasm, and then your opponent's like, all right, I'll use it. It doesn't do anything. And you're like, okay, why are we here? What are we doing here?
Okay. And Morven's main gun. Down 2s. 6 armor saves.
Nice.
Right, which regenerates from the miracle. Morven got the kill into a 6.
So lost a Shadow Spectre unit there.
Send on all
Looks
already
like the
available charge. But,
Scourges actually got lucky, so we only lost the Solar Eye. Oh no,
shooting.
I guess we haven't.
So we got to charge it.
Yeah, I guess I got really lucky. Oh damn! All right, well, there you go. Phantasm does do something when your opponent just doesn't accomplish anything with their shooting phase. Gonna get in there with Paragon Warseeds though. Ugh, if only the Mandrakes had clipped out that last one.
Yep. All right. They will double charge. I'll pick up the 6.
Better if it was 2d3. Yeah, 2d3 is also something.
That's a 13.
That might be too consistent. I don't know. That's like very often for.
So functionally, go here. Base this guy. No. This one base.
Or just make it 3.
More than
Just go 3 inches. Why are we doing that?
8.
Because we like rolling dice. Because it's a dice game.
But this is like 11.
Indeed.
I still got more movement.
Okay.
Base to base with everybody. I think I'm stepping on you a little bit, but trying not to.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. The slope. Oh, yeah. I think I'm outside of 3 of Drata. No, but whatever. Okay. That is the only thing that's happening, because I think everybody else is out of range or can't do anything. So I'll spend a CP to tank shot the Scourges. Roll the dice. 4 mortal wounds.
Okay. With haze.
Ouch. That's a big tank shock.
That was surprising, but whatever, I'll take it. And then we will just discard a miracle and put all of the attacks into the incubi. At the start of the phase, I have to take a battle shock. 6. But I'm not -1. I'll take a 5 and pass it.
I'll spend 1 to -1 to shoot the incubi.
Okay. So we start with the swords.
Unfortunate part here is that
All wound.
if Drazar survives, he's not going to be engaged here, so he doesn't even get the crack back into that one Paragon Warsuit who's almost dead.
And then Morven. 2s. 7.
Yeah, I would like 40k to have more consistency. I agree. I don't disagree with that, Chad.
3.
I think the more people complain about kind of determinative
Or
mechanics where there's very little dice involved.
mm-hmm.
But I do think that they make the game a little bit more of a chess match when you can rely more heavily on your dice. Yeah, there goes
I think I'm just going to stay put.
there goes the unit. Unfortunate for
Right.
Deimos. That was a big turn out of
Breaks go up.
Ash.
That does score me BL and secure.
Mm-hmm. Right, so these guys go up. Right, draw some cards, score, send on primary.
48-46. So Deimos is the
Miracle
final
for the turn is a 6.
as the
Morven,
bottom
sorry,
player.
Morven also killed
I think
by squad, so that's a 5.
he maybe should have burned this objective a turn ago. I'm a little surprised that it didn't get
Over
burned.
3, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He would have lost like 5 primary for holding it, but the problem is that Canis Rex is about to contest it, so burn actions are gonna fail now.
Pretty much kill
He can drop a
so
Mandrake unit next to the Gemini, shoot the Novitiate down, and then charge the Gemini to take the objective back
sabotage here.
to prevent the burn on his home objective and try to
Then keep
force
it,
Ash to take another turn of it.
Novitiate. Let's burn in my stuff.
Gemini is burning, not the Novitiate.
Oh.
Novitiate battle shocked. Could not burn with that.
Alright, well, then we're killing Gemini, or at least trying to. So, before the tool, these guys move here. Does I need to move anywhere specific, honestly? Go there. Guess. This guy still remain 1 inch away from the wall.
Battle shocks on the Scourge and on Draza.
Oh, by all means.
It's been a great game, chat. This has been super fun to watch.
All unhappy.
Very much enjoyed watching the it's like wild Eldar list. Just run circles.
There. These guys will sabotage. Yeah. So Shadow Spectres and Mandrakes to containment.
Mm-hmm.
So he did hold the containment for that turn. That's so shocking.
It's in progress.
Attempting a sabotage. It's a little dangerous.
Drop out.
Gotta bring his guys in. Yeah, 9 inches of both these models. It's gonna be important.
Maybe we get lucky. Okay. So is that done? Mandrake's gonna shoot the Chimney. Yep. Three saves and 1 death.
All right.
Yay!
I will CP reroll it.
Come on.
I will take a 3, pass the last one, and take 1 mortal wound. Use one
Okay.
wound.
The Scourge is gonna shoot the Paragon.
Mm-hmm.
Hits. Rolling. Doesn't wound. Wonderful. Yeah, it's also doing action, so charges. Mandrake's gonna double charge Gemini and don't need to Novitian. Yeah, sure, let's double charge. So with a reroll, let's go. Spend the CP. Nope. Fail it. Raja is gonna charge the Paragons. Seeds.
Okay, before you move, I'm gonna spend a CP and Overwatch from Morven's unit. Discard A3 to power up.
Really,
Start
Inky?
with
That's what we're doing
Morven's.
right now? We're throwing stuff?
No, start with the Morven's rocket.
You're better than that.
He's got 2 up save or a 4 up?
Go.
3 up.
2 up, 4
Alright,
up.
so we do crack rockets. 1 hit. Putting on 2s. 1 AP2. You should not have cover.
Save.
Alright, we do the. He's got 2 ones left.
Mm-hmm.
We do Morven's big gun. Put 1 aside. I do have a 6 somewhere. Plug the 6. So that's 6 hits. Got the sustained. Wounding on. He's T3? T4?
3.
3. So wounding on 2s. 6 saves on him. AP1.
Yay, he's dead.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
This is fine.
If only that Paragon had died to the Mandrakes, chat.
So
We
check.
That whole flank would have been much better off. It's so funny how impactful the last wound on that one Paragon Warsuit is. It gives Morven all those leadership.
Scourge will die, you will generate a miracle.
I probably wouldn't even bother. Because I have to discard, and all of mine are really good. I can't. I have to discard to get the bonus.
Yeah, cool. The sabotage is in process. On to
So which units were containing? These
these
2.
2. They already did.
Okay, then sabotage is here.
Yes.
Did we roll out this flank over here?
So this objective is gone. I can't select it, but
Yeah,
it's gone.
Oof.
So
Beautiful.
that is 10 points for control, 10 points for burn, draw and draw, assassination and sabotage. Assassination is already scored automatically. And sabotage. Well, that one's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can draw on a
Battle
tortoise.
shocks.
That's fine. Actually, they probably don't like that. I bet the tortoises get mad. If you
Path
draw on
fails
their
and
house,
novitiate
it's like graffiti.
fails. Okay.
So I think Canis Rexus it's plant itself on the objective over here.
Yep.
Deimos is probably unlikely to score both 10 points and a burn. He would have to basically kill Canis Rex here. But he can score... I guess it depends on what happens to the Mandrakes. Because you can pick up a Mandrake unit. If Ash leaves any objectives untouched...
I'm gonna go straight to
Oh,
middle,
shit.
and he's gonna burn it. I do have an extra 6. I need to check my start of turn.
Attempting a burn. Ash could score an additional 5 points. It will complete at the end of the game if not contested, which is probably unlikely. So...
Triumph.
That means that Deimos will...
Time, right?
Believe
Yep,
so.
only one at a time.
I think probably score...
We go to shooting phase. Well, do you want a Phantasm?
I want Phantasm, no, not really.
Deimos will score
Oh, sorry,
15 points, essentially automatically,
Sure.
which would put him up
All right, spend
slightly, unless the sabotage and or the burn action completes.
3 mortal wounds.
Yeah, because he burned the... Ash scored because
Gemini will shoot.
she
These will shoot.
burned the home objective. I guess that would have
shoots.
completed end of last round.
One Gemini.
Wherever the points go doesn't really matter.
Gemini will charge the Mandrake.
Yeah, Alesi's, I agree.
Or roll the other.
The Sisters list being like an actually interesting list. It definitely makes the
spend AC
army much
for
cooler.
lethals. And then I'll just take a 6, so that's 2 saves.
Yeah, go with that.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think you are actually like physically capable of killing Canis.
No, unfortunately.
So I'm just
So the
gonna
sabotage
take the 5 points.
completes.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think you are physically capable of killing the Paragons. Oh, they're doing sabotage, obviously. That was why they went there. For 6 points, and the rest is up to you for scoring.
Yep, so I'm just gonna score this one. Don't jump anything because they are doing stuff. Go, cleanse, assassinate.
You can only score. You only burned one objective. You can only score 20
What do you mean, one objective?
because you're not burning this turn, right?
I can burn this turn, why not?
No, as in you weren't burning the previous turn.
No.
Yeah, so this turn you can only burn one, so you can only score 20.
Yeah,
Your thing was
burn.
at 25.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, you can only burn one at a time.
Yes, right. I'm gonna discard assassination for recipe. Draw the overwhelming force, amazing. So just gonna cleanse the gas.
And tie.
Well, that's funny. It is a die.
Oh, it's a tie. All right. Good game.
Amazing.
Good
Yeah,
game.
so burn action completes
Oh.
end of the game. End of your turn.
Right.
Yeah, primary victory scores, and then you'd
like
calculate your burn action at the end. That's wild. No way, chat. That's sick. Comes down to that cleanse for 2. Yeah, we just cleanse with one of the Shadow Spectre or the Mandrake units and call it a day. That's what a crazy game. That was rad.
WTC, right? You said you're out there.
Well, not at WTC now.
Oh, are you at War Masters?
What? No.
No. Oh, I thought I.
Yeah, who wins the pod is the big question. Yeah, I guess
Maybe I
let's take a
misremembering.
peek at some
Okay.
tiebreakers.
I do have one hell of a hitting. Okay, so does Trevi have any questions for us before I take some more painkillers and go to bed?
Not right now. I think we're just we're calculating the first versus second here for the event.
Oh, I know I got 200s and then 80 something, so I think I'm solidly in the lead.
Let's see. All right. The results are in. Yeah, placings. Yeah, I think you're ahead, Ash. Yeah, with the 100 pointers. That was a hell of a game, though. Congratulations to both you two. That was super fun.
Well, it's a good game. I completely did not expect Morven to be living after that. After Yvrain killed a Paragon and a half. It's like 3.
Yeah, that last wound on that last Paragon is like so valuable there because she's just so much more damage with a Paragon attached. It's insane.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, you two.
Next time. Bye.
Yeah, I'll see you. See you around. Bye-bye.
Bye. What a hell of an ending to that game, chat. I put it in as Ash as the winner here. Obviously, it is a draw, but she will place higher in the event. So really, who's the real winner? It's probably Ash. Oh, what a game. That was rad. Let's go ahead and go rating. I don't know when the next time I'm going to be live is, chat. We're definitely going to be back on the YouTube channel on Tuesday for some Tactical Tuesday. Angry Joe Show's playing some Age of Sigmar, which is okay, I guess. Somebody's in the Warhammer tag playing Mass Effect. So, that's interesting, I guess. A little bit of fantasy roleplay going on. A little bit of Shatterpoint going on. It's a lot going on today. Hot damn. I don't know where to stream. I guess Pizza Delivery Wizard is building a tiered army. We'll go ahead and raid them. So thanks everyone for hanging out with me today. I'll see you all on Tuesday at the very least. I do have a couple games to schedule, so those will be up on the calendar as they get rocked out. But thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. Thanks for the raids and everyone who joined and followed. And I'll see you in a bit. Cheers, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Goodbye.